What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another VitoVerse. How are y'all doing? It is another beautiful weekend. Hopefully y'all had a great week. This is episode 70 and I got some special guests here with me to talk about D23. What's going on with my special guests, Jay and Andre, the game guy. Game idea guy. My bad. What's going on with y'all?
I'm good. Making it.
I'm just chilling. Got my kids to sleep, so I'm good.
Yeah. That's always a good thing. Especially when you're trying to wind and unpack the loads and heavy stuff of the day yourself. You know what I'm saying? Kids gotta go sleep. Daddy need some alone time. I hear you.
No, you don't.
As you can see on Saturday, Sandstorm has that issue sometimes. So,
Shoot, I normally have that any day of the week, so I don't look. The fact that they sleep right now is good for me.
Right, yeah, definitely. So, we're gonna cut straight to our little icebreaker. Let me see. Let me pull up what I'm going on. All right. So, normally what we do over here is instead of video games like we do on the Sandstorm show, what are you playing? We say, what are you watching? So, I'm gonna start with you, Andre. What are you currently watching right now?
Honestly, I got caught up in cooking shows, so I've been watching what's the name of the one with who does the after hours in the Food Network kitchen? I can't remember the
Uh,
name of it because I know he hosts Alex Gornachetti's Alex versus America, but he does an after hours show in Food Network. I can't remember the name of the show now. Um,
mm,
that and also been watching a lot of guys' grocery games.
mm.
I look watching people cook food for some reason is fun, especially when you get to see them make major mistakes on simple stuff. Like
Yeah,
you, somebody so confident they know what they're doing, and then they
right.
just
Like
drop the plate. It's
how
like
you mess up eggs? Like how you mess up scrambled
I was
eggs?
like,
You're supposed to
look, I
scramble
could have made that cake better. I'm like, if I could have done that, you done something wrong.
them. For sure, for sure. How you making some cookies and stuff, man? You supposed to mix that up this way? What in the world? Especially the store bought stuff, like when they do the little grocery shopping stuff, and they do that little. You got the grocery shop stuff. You got to go get this and the third, and then like cook it up real quick. You know that little shop? I think you said it. I think it was it
Guys,
guy?
guys,
Yeah,
grocery
yeah, yeah,
games.
yeah.
I see
Like
what makes that fun is when he messes with people and throws them the curveballs where they got. Oh, you gotta carry everything in your hands. You got a little basket you can't carry, nothing else, no shopping
yeah,
cart,
yeah,
or you limited to $20 to use to make this thick, hearty meal. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, nah, you wrong for that.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. They definitely got some nice shows now these days. I used to watch Iron Chef back in the day, like the original joint.
Oh
He
yeah, I
would take
watched.
the little bite of that pepper and be like, Iron Chef. And I'm like, oh snap! It's like,
Yeah, I'll watch that every now and again because they still doing it, but I don't watch it as much
yeah,
because
for
it's
sure, for
just like,
sure.
mm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but cooking shows. I don't know how I got stuck on those, but that's what I've been on cooking
Hey,
shows.
they're relaxing too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch it just to unwind. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes.
They be
Hey
funny.
Jay, what are you watching, man?
Anime or live
You
action?
know, hey, it's anything that you watching. It can be anime. It can be regular
Oh,
TV shows. It can be.
okay. Let me get my list out. No.
I had to do the glasses adjustment and everything.
So, currently watching Tower of God season 2, Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, the Osa Newbie Adventurer, with Story One Sand is off the chain, uh, the Elusive Samurai is off the chain. Why does nobody remember me in this world? Off the chain.
That sound
I'm
like
also
Link.
it does, but yeah, this is actually this show kind of crazy. Um, and I'm watching Batman Cape Crusader on Prime. Why is nothing? Why is Batman on Prime? I don't know. That's a whole another hour of discussion. But Batman Cape Crusader
Hmm.
is off the chain, especially if you liked uh, Batman animated series from the '90s. It's kind of like I don't want to say it's in that art design
Mhm.
and kind of the animation points. It's kind of like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I'm watching.
What is it supposed to be like rated R?
It's TV 14.
So basically, close enough.
It's like actually it's like PG 13 because like the stuff that I've seen in the first like 3 or 4 episodes ain't nothing. And I hate when DC does this. They slap rated R on shit just because, and you're like, dude, there's nothing in this is
It's nothing
rated
on it.
R. Like there's
Right.
nothing. Like
There's
one of my
nothing adult about
yeah,
this.
like one of my favorite ones is Batman Son of the Dragon.
Mm.
That movie's off the chain. Why is it rated R? There's 2 beheadings in there, and you don't see no blood, and you don't really see it because it happens in the middle of a high speed chase. I literally asked that question, and I got an answer of basically we don't know why they made it rated R. This is from somebody that actually worked. I didn't know they read my blog. They read my blog and actually answered me and was like,
Wow.
"Yeah, we don't know why they put a rated R on the movie.
Like,
We made it for rated R."
we don't
I'm like,
decide the rating.
I'm
Right.
like, I did not expect you, and it was a real person. I'm like, oh snap, because I'm thinking, I mean, just somebody made up an account, and nah, that was them. So,
Yeah.
it's basically PG-13. They ain't nothing in there crazy. It's just because the first like three episodes, because I'm on episode 5, I think it's basically doing the Mob Wars stuff from like Batman Year 1 and 2.
Okay.
It's like the Mob Wars.
Yeah.
That's basically all it is.
That's
Hadn't seen no Joker yet. Hadn't seen no, and I'm glad they hadn't done that because I'm thinking Joker's about to get overplayed in my books.
Yeah, they need to give him a rest a little bit.
They're doing that a little bit too much.
Yeah, he needs a rest. There's other interesting villains that Batman fights and can be looked at as an equal or give him a run for his money and stuff. Especially when you're doing a detective Batman, you're not really doing the Justice League Batman. You're just doing like the noir type of
film noir.
Style. Yeah, noir.
Yeah, just focus on the detective stuff. That's what you need to do.
I mean, technically, the Riddler is the Joker anyway, just not as psychotic.
Yeah, he's not.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually don't. He ain't trying to actually cause chaos for the sake of chaos.
Like their color schemes are identical. Their color schemes are identical. You just flip them from chaotic to lawful, and you have the Riddler.
That's why Jim Carrey played the Riddler, because he's definitely a better Joker than we thought like he could be, because he can definitely play that Joker. I've always said he was Joker.
Basically, in that movie, he was the damn Joker.
Yeah,
he was the Joker. I'm like,
pretty much.
He was, because they had already dealt with Joker in the timeline, and they needed another Joker, but they couldn't just bring him back.
Yeah. Like he was about the best thing about that movie, though. Jim Carrey was the best thing about that movie.
That movie sucked, but yes.
That movie was horrible.
Jim Carrey was the best thing about that movie.
Yeah. Especially the whole, like, do you like my suit? And it's like the green onesie.
I was like, hey, no way in the world that Edward Nygma would do that himself.
Yeah. But Jim Carrey, but in Living Color, Jim Carrey would.
Yeah.
With the pink hair and everything.
Yeah.
What's funny though? One winter, I dressed up as that Riddler. Like, I had the whole little everything, and I was with Sandstorm. We, trick or treating, whatever, and I felt very weird. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is not. I didn't.
Like it's funny in the context of the movie because it's Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, and during that time, like everybody just looked like, dude, he's Ace Ventura, he's the mask. We are getting live action cartoons with him basically, and that's basically what he brought to that Batman. I was like, because he was clearly the best thing in that movie by a long shot. Because every time he was on screen, I was loving it. Every time he wasn't, I was like, man, when the Riddler coming back? Like,
who played Two-Face on there?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Which made no sense.
It made no sense.
Yeah.
I was like, how is in this continuity, Harvey Dent goes from being a black man to white dude.
He was
in this continuity. It's continuous.
It's the same
continuity. Yeah. I'm like,
it's the same way why Bruce Wayne looked different.
No, because and the sad thing about it was they didn't want to pay Tim Burton, and there's some other stuff that was going on behind the scenes, but you still want to do the movies in his style with Joel Schumacher,
which didn't work.
That don't work.
And it didn't help that Michael Keaton did want to portray Batman more like he was in the comic books, and they didn't want him to do that.
Yeah, they didn't want to do that. That's the point. So yeah.
It's not like they was going back to the original comics where Batman was literally killing everybody.
Yeah.
That people don't realize and didn't know.
Yeah.
Like y'all didn't know that Batman actually used to kill people?
And the sad thing about it, it's the super Batman fans that don't be knowing that. You're like, dude, Batman used to kill people all doggone time. Man.
Like when the Joker first originally showed up, Batman killed him.
Yeah. He came like how many times did he come back? Like he came back.
He came back. He came back twice. When Batman was killing people, I believe.
Yeah.
And then they instituted the comic book the non-violence thing with comic books happened. And then Batman instituted his non-killing rule.
Which makes no sense.
No, it makes no sense.
I mean it makes sense for the way they made the character now, especially since they decided to make Batman have a split personality. Because you have now Batman and you have Xanar or whatever his name is. Yeah. Which is the extreme personality of Batman, which is more like his original. So it's like, y'all doing everything to try to purify him down to, I don't kill.
Yeah.
But still make him do it.
That's why I've always loved that Wonder Woman conversations with Batman and Superman. When they was talking and they were trying to tell her she needs to stop killing, she was like, "There's a reason I don't have a rose gallery." Mic drop.
That was it.
Yeah.
And like if somebody talk about like the Flash doesn't kill his villains, but Flash's villains don't kill people.
Yeah, they don't. They just like they just do like robberies and stuff like that. They're not like,
which is
Reverse
weak for the
did.
Flash.
yeah,
That is so weak for the Flash. Well, outside of Reverse Flash,
yeah. But he's the only one. Like none of them other ones did. Even Savitar and all them other ones didn't do it. Not off the real. So
the only time you would feasibly see a normal Flash villain kill somebody is if they don't have a choice.
yeah,
Which is weird, but like at least it gives them a quirk.
yeah.
But
Like,
it also makes Flash look weaker than he is.
But the Batman villains, you're like, dude, they kill people like it ain't nothing.
They kill left and right. Only
like-
one I think that doesn't really do it besides maybe Bane, because Bane doesn't just kill just to kill. He does it with purpose.
Yeah.
I think it's Penguin. Penguin's the only one that doesn't do it just to do, well, and Poison Ivy, because Poison Ivy is more of an environmentalist.
And he's a mobster.
Yeah.
So he needs people alive, basically.
So, like, yeah, but everybody else, and this last thing I'll say about this whole Batman thing, I'm sick and tired of them trying to make Joker and people trying to justify Joker and Harley being a couple. Y'all need to stop that shit.
Nah, that's a toxic relationship.
Oh wait, you said who? Harley and who?
Joker and Harley.
Joker, they keep trying to make them like a couple of them like stop doing that because y'all giving people the wrong idea. And like comic book fans is like, nah, that is not couple goals. Y'all don't understand that.
It's different when you're coming. Like it's different if y'all doing a new continuity and it's like you progress through their relationship. But after that relationship ends, that's it. Don't go back to it. Let it be over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's me standing on my soapbox about that because I just get tired of people talking about like we need to talk about DV and all that. I'm like, yeah, but y'all are co-signing one of the most toxic relationships of all time.
One of the worst domestic violence.
So, yeah, and saying that's couple goals. Like, no, that's not.
Like you look at one picture where the Joker has his hand on her chin, not realizing he is manipulating her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he's happy with her, that he's manipulating her, and she was his best toy to manipulate.
That's why I was like, go back and watch the original Batman the animated series, and you'll see exactly what everybody's talking about. Like, they did not shy away from that. He was manipulating her. He ain't give a damn about her
at every turn.
Yep.
Every turn he had.
All right, so I almost forgot what I was watching. What am I watching? Oh, so I finished up Umbrella Academy. I did that. I was watching a little bit of Batman Cape Crusader. I watched the first episode. Didn't get to the second episode. No, I did with Clayface, I believe.
Yeah, that was Clayface.
Yeah. So I got to that. I like the detectiveness. It does remind me of what is that? The Long Halloween.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that, and just basically just that. I like the detective stuff. I want you to use your brain, and everything's a mystery and all this other stuff. Very interesting takes, though. I know a lot of people have their gripes on sex changes and stuff like that, but I don't care if it has something to do with the story and it has a nice storyline to it. I don't care who's what, when, where, and why.
That whole situation was actually acted very well, so I don't know why people's having a problem with it.
Yeah.
I think the reason people had a problem, if you're talking about the Penguin change, because the person that made the change said the Batman doesn't have any good female villains.
That's it. That's
that's why.
I ain't gonna say that.
So we'll drop that there, but that's the reason why people were upset over it.
There was a continuity too where he was gay too. So
I remember that.
Boy, people rebelled on that one, boy.
Yeah, they did. I didn't like the fact that he was just skinny and crippled. Well, he kind of crippled, but I just didn't like the fact that he was skinny because I'm like, my Penguin was always at least hefty a little bit.
That's what made him the Penguin.
That was the reason he was called the Penguin.
Penguin, yeah.
Right, because he looks like a penguin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, what else? There was another. Oh, I didn't finish The Boys yet. I'm still kind of in the midst of that. Dang, there's one other. Oh, Game of Thrones. There we go. House
House of the Dragon, season 2.
House of the Dragon. Yep.
Oh yeah, I did finish that one, by the way. I did finish that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't finish it yet. I didn't watch this last Sunday's episode.
The season finale.
One?
Yeah, season finale.
I didn't watch that yet.
Yeah, they're stretching this out. They shouldn't be doing that. They should not be doing that. I mean, I read the book, so I'm like, I know where they were at. I'm like, dude, it's y'all literally at the end. There's no reason to drag this out. Get to where everybody want to see.
Right.
You know what we want to see. Do it.
I think they're gonna make it a movie, but
no, they're doing season 3.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, they're doing season 3. I was just like, I don't know why y'all dragging this out. Y'all shouldn't be dragging this out. You're at the end of the book. Like, you're dragging this out for no reason. I'm like, Warner Brothers, pay up, because there's 3 battles in there that's gonna be CGI. I'm telling you off the rip, there's no, because real dragons don't exist. It's gonna be CGI. So just go and get ready for it, and just give them the money, let them do it, because you're literally at the end. I don't know what else you're gonna do. Like, the next season should only be 4 episodes. The way they going, it should literally be 4 episodes.
Hey, if they stretching, 3 episodes per battle.
I'm giving you that. That's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you that. I'm giving you that.
This thing.
Yeah, I'm like, there's
straight up Frieza fight.
There's the first episode should have a main part of the war. The second episode should have the first dragon fight. The third episode should have the main dragon fight, and the last episode should end it. Because that's basically what it is.
My question is, does anybody take down the big dragon?
Yep.
I want to see that.
No, you don't.
I kind of got.
No, you don't.
The reason why I said that is because I got my feelings when he had chumped up on the board side. I kind of got a little mad. I was like, no. I was like, no. Just like homeboy was. He's like, no. I was like, no. Did he just fell down? I was like, oh no, that's.
That fight should be off the chain now, because the way that fight is described in the book, that fight should be off the chain. That should be like, that's what I'm saying. Just CG the whole thing. Matter of fact, if I was them, I would do like Tarantino did with Kill Bill Volume 1 and animate that, like have the fight happen, but animate.
Basically have them start charging at each other and have a swipe pass by, and then it's all animated.
Yeah, and then have it all animated, because like the way that fight happens in the book, that's how I see it. Like, I see it as an anime. I don't see it as a live action. You can't do it in live action,
look,
right?
They're going to Beowulf the heck out of that.
Yeah. They're going to have to. They're going to have to, dude.
They're going to Beowulf that battle.
Yeah. And I don't know, because if they're going to, because they did show the Starks in this season, but I don't know if they're going to show them with their dire wolves, because they go see Cregan again, and he has his dire wolves with him, but they didn't show him in the season. So I'm guessing they're trying to still kind of like, hey, we ain't got to show him, we ain't gonna show him. Type situation.
They're trying to stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing. Just like they're stretching out the boys.
Oh yeah, because the boys should have been done. I'm sorry, I hate to be that guy, but like that comic book didn't last that long. It should have been done.
I'm like, just end it. We know how. We
know what happens. Try to squeeze every little bit of juice out of it.
That's the other thing about, like, I was sitting there looking at the boys. I'm like, I like the first season. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, bruh, I done seen so much gory stuff. You can't surprise me with, like, I'm not gonna be sitting there like, oh my god, look at all the gore. I'm like, dude, that don't bother me none. That really don't bother me none. So all this extra y'all doing, I don't care.
Yeah,
like, it's par for the course.
Yeah. The main reason why I don't like that new Mortal Kombat movie, I'm like, wow, y'all made a movie that put fatalities in it. Yay, your story sucked.
Could it be that they centered it around someone who didn't exist?
Your story sucked. Like, your story sucked. Like, I'll put it like this. That very first Mortal Kombat, because I think people people skip the first Mortal Kombat movie and just go to Annihilation.
Annihilation.
And Annihilation was bad, but the first one
First one was
holds
decent.
up.
It was basically Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, it was, I mean, they plagiarized. They plagiarized the hell out of Enter the Dragon.
I think some of the dialogue in the first movie was still a little, but the fighting and the fight scenes were good.
The movie still holds up. If you watch the movie still holds up. It's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
And so when you have somebody that says, "Oh, we focused on the fatalities," I'm like, "Wait, what?" Like the game ain't about the fatalities, dude. Like they actually have a story to it. And then you watch the movie and you just like, I'm so glad I didn't go to the theater to watch this because I would have threw my drink at the screen.
They were like, look, I want a refund.
The first 8 minutes and the last 10 minutes are the best things about that movie. And the stuff with Scorpion and Sub-Zero is the best things about that movie. Yeah. Everything else is like, if it wasn't for Kano just being a complete and total, you know what?
Yeah.
That movie wouldn't have been watchable.
I agree. The storyline wasn't nothing.
It wasn't nothing.
It definitely wasn't nothing. Especially, well, even okay, no, the Sub-Zero stuff and that was pretty dope.
That was dope. And I was wondering why they released the whole first 8 minutes 2 weeks before the movie came out. I'm like, why y'all release this online?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is
to
dope.
Trap people.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is first of all, you had Hiroyuki Sanada, One Love, and Joseph Tsai. I'm like, oh snap, this is dope.
They knew the rest of that. It wasn't going to be good.
It wasn't going to be done.
They knew it wasn't going to be
they
good.
They knew that. They had to know that.
They like, look, we can't sell this like this.
So they released the first act. Because I would never forget. Because one of my homeboys hit me up. I was at work. Hey man, you got to watch. They put the first 8 minutes of the new Mortal Kombat movie up. I'm like, why would anybody do that? Like the movie come out in 2 weeks. Why would they do that? I went home and watched it. I'm like, oh snap, this is fire.
Watch
I'm like,
that set off your spider senses. Like, hold on. Like, hold up, bro.
I got Max. I'm happy. I'm sitting at home like I'm finna watch this. Got my DiGiorno. Got my sweet tea. I'm ready to go. Hey, man, first 8 minutes, fire. I'm locked in. Hey man, who this dude?
Oh, there must be somebody's son.
Okay, that's cool. I don't care about that. Why they do that to Jax?
Who shouldn't have been in the first movie?
He shouldn't have been in it. Why he in here? Okay, I ain't even worried about that. We gonna get to the tournament.
Where the tournament too? I can't remember. I gotta rewatch. Well, I don't want to rewatch that. But was Sonya in there?
Yeah, she was in there.
She was in there.
Yeah, where the tournament at?
Oh, besides the first 8 minutes, they prominently displayed her on all of the trailers.
Yeah.
You know she was in there.
Right. That's right.
No, that's Kung Lao and Liu Kang?
Because Kano had that. They had their little issues.
Yeah, that's Kung Lao and Liu Kang. Man, this is great.
Even though Kung Lao should have been there.
Why are people showing up that ain't supposed to be in here?
That's one thing. That's I hope Namco never lets them do a live action Tekken. I hope
they already did.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
It went straight to DVD. That one and King of Fighters went straight to DVD.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about King of Fighters.
Both of them. I watched both of them. I was just laughing. The Tekken one, I was just laughing.
I was like,
I forgot about King of Fighters. I didn't even know about Tekken, but I completely forgot about King of Fighters.
Tekken is bad funny. Like, you know how the old 80s cult classic movies was like bad but watchable?
Cheesy.
Yeah, it's bad but watchable. King of Fighters is just King of Fighters and Dead or Alive is just bad.
Yeah, I knew about Dead or Alive, and I was not willing to watch it. I think I saw the first 5 minutes of that movie, and I turned it off and left.
No, the best thing about Dead or Alive is Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash is
and that's I think that's why I didn't want to watch it, because he was in there. I was like,
dude, he's the best part.
Then that makes it worse.
He is by far the best part because he's actually funny. He is actually straight up funny.
Because he plays, what's the dude that's Tina's father? I can't remember the dude's name.
Yeah, Bass.
Bass. Because he likes to fish. Bass. We go with Bass for him.
He's basically playing an exaggerated Hulk Hogan. That's basically what he's doing in there.
Which that's all that character is. But
yeah.
I mean,
but like the lines they gave him, like when he showed up, it was hilarious. because he would just be straight up
Then I might watch
embarrassing Tina.
I might watch his clips. But I
Just
ain't
watch
watching
clips.
that
Just
movie.
watch clips. That movie's
I'm
stupid.
not watching that movie.
That movie is stupid.
I remember getting into seeing the first 5 minutes of that. I was like, nope, I'm done.
Nope. Because what they did to Zach, they made, man, before John Boyega, there was Zach being a simp. They made Zach a
I mean,
straight
y'all
simp.
making me interested. I got to watch this now.
He technically is in the game,
But not
he's
to that
not like
extent. Not to
he's
that
not
extent.
like crazy like that. Like he was hunting for Tina for a minute though.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He wasn't. They made that dude like ultra simp. Like the way they did Boyega in the last 2 Star Wars movies was bad, but that dude was way worse.
Yeah, I'm about to read.
That's why I avoid video game movies.
Well, I mean, like I said, the Tekken movie is it's bad, but it's like that cheesy 80s bad where like you can watch it. Yeah, you can watch it and yeah, you ain't gonna pay for it in no theater, but you'll rent it out for 99 cents.
Yeah, I literally got mine at. Do y'all remember Movie Stop?
Yep.
Yeah, I got mine at Movie Stop for a trade-in. I had traded something in. I was like, okay, yeah, let me get this Tekken real quick. I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. Popped it in and was like, had my DiGiorno's. I was like, yeah.
Glad this wasn't in theaters because it would not have made no money. It would not have made no money.
And then it was predictable who they was gonna have play Eddie because I've seen that guy on Fight Science before, and I was like,
he was on The Protector. He's he actually knows Capoeira, so I'm like, oh, I see him. I know him. And then the guy that had playing Raven, fun fact, is the guy that came up with the dance choreography from N6555. But he's the guy that plays Raven.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
And Deadpool eviscerated that boy. Deadpool was like without a part with that damn team.
Leave that completely alone. But yeah, man, that definitely it's when you make a fight movie, it's gonna be hit or miss.
Yeah,
and so
especially
far
based
all
on
fight,
video game.
Yeah, especially matter of fact, video game movies in general, it's gonna be hit or miss. I talked about recently last week. I talked about Borderlands getting that big fat 0 on Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, I've never seen that before from Rotten Tomatoes. I've seen stuff in the single digit, but I don't think I've ever seen a 0. And I was like, yeah, that
sounds about echoes. Right.
Yeah.
Especially for what I heard about the movie, I'm like, yeah, y'all that probably should have been animated. That probably should not have been live action.
One of the biggest problems with Hollywood right now when it comes down to video game properties. Let's throw every star we can at it.
Yeah.
Nope. Get unknowns. Yeah. Get people nobody knows. Yep. Because if you throw people that already have a specific image into these things and they don't portray the characters the way people would expect the characters to be portrayed, it's going to ruin it.
Yep. That's what helped Mortal Kombat. That first Mortal Kombat movie, that was basically unknown stuff for that with Christopher Lambert and Kerry Tagawa. That was it.
That was about it.
Yeah.
Everybody else, ain't nobody know who Lyndon Ashby was. Ain't nobody know who Robin Shue was.
And that movie.
Yeah, and they had Talisa Soto, but she was like she wasn't prominent in the movie. Like she was basically a cameo at parts because like she wasn't in the whole thing. Right. So that's why I was like, yeah, the majority of people playing the main characters was unknowns or B and C list stars like Bridget Nielsen. Yeah. So it helped out. So
yeah. All right, guys, let's get into our topic of the day, which is D23. Now, that happened last weekend, I believe, and I was in the middle of the Sandstorm show. We had just started up, and I saw all of these mic drops. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Dark Sun? How you doing today? So let's start it off with a trailer real quick, and then we'll start getting into more discussions and stuff like that. All right. So this was one of the reveals. I want to start with this because we've already talked about it here on this channel, but I want to get you guys' opinion on this.
The threats we face show no signs of slowing down. Stand by for proof of that. Everybody else out. Look, I know how this must look, but can we have a minute? She stays. Sir, your inner circle's been compromised. Let me investigate. Don't you think you're a little too close to this? Ruth, you have my full authority to put this thing to bed. This is bullshit, you know it. This is politics. Whoever's behind this, and I want us getting closer. You want me? Come in here. You gotta teach it to me sometime. What if this is a trap?
Don't say I didn't warn you.
We don't know the new play. The world turning against itself. Global power is shifting, and you're just another empty symbol. You don't even know what this is.
Picture this.
Well, I know
All right.
the racists are going to be mad about this.
So what you think about that?
Smart going on the show in Red Hole. Just going to get it on out the way. Just going to get it on out the way. And hopefully they don't make the mistake that they did with Endgame by doing what they did to Bruce. And we don't need no smart Hulk. We don't need no smart Hulks. Just let Hulk be Hulk. People watch Hulk for why people want to see the Hulk. So
well, technically, Red Hulk is kind of intelligent and
yeah, but he's not gonna be. I don't want to fight. Nah, he gonna
right. He gonna be. Let's get it.
Yeah, dude, let's get it. So I like what they showed. I still think I have a kind of an idea who the bad guy is, but it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it personally. But then again, I may be a little biased. I actually enjoyed Falcon and Winter Soldier. So
okay, so all right. So the bad guy in this one would so it wouldn't be what's my man name that the black dude, the dude that played Moth.
So Isaiah?
Nah, the my man, what's dude name?
Talking about Giancarlo Esposito?
Yeah.
Oh no, it wouldn't be him. No, it wouldn't be him.
So all right, dang. Well
I think I know who the bad guy is. Because the guy
who's gonna bring back dude from Winter Soldier, the Zemo.
Not Zemo. It should be the leader, the guy who was in the 2008 Hulk. The guy who's doing the overview, doing the narration.
Oh, okay.
That's who should be the. That's who should be the villain. It should be the leader. Well, his comic name is the leader.
Yeah.
Because that's the one where the gamma when the
started
blood
getting into his brain.
Yeah.
So
So it amplified. He was already a genius, and then it just knocked it up a notch.
Yeah, got you. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. So I think, honestly, they're doing pretty good with it. They didn't do too bad for Falcon and Winter Soldier. So them going into this film or whatever like that, it still has the elements of what I was getting out of that. You know what I'm saying? So I really enjoyed the fact that they're giving us some, like, it's kind of hard to really explain. It's kind of like the same feeling that Iron Man, the first Iron Man, kind of gave me, where it just kind of gave me that, like, we ain't dealing with the world stuff. Let's focus on what's going on down here in America real quick. Let's take care of home first, and then we go,
to the globe superhero thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the Captain America movies work best when they're spy thrillers. That's where they work best. That's why I think, like, because the Captain America movies, in my opinion, are the best ones that Marvel did. Even Civil War, they're the best movies, because Winter Soldier is still my favorite MCU movie, top and bottom, because that movie was as close to perfect as you could get, because they made everything make sense. They crossed every T, dotted every I. That is just a straight up perfect, like, spy thriller. And the way this is working, this is another spy thriller. You could take out Captain America and have Bond, you can make this a James Bond movie and it still work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
that's what I like about the Captain America movies. I'm like, make those Captain America and Black Panther. You can make spy thrillers and just run them like that. So that should work.
Even Civil War to me was still it still kept that energy, at least. You know what I'm saying, as far as, like, that mystery and them trying to figure out, who's the cause of this, and you waiting on these big bad other crazy super soldiers come through.
Nah. I just want y'all to beat each other.
Yep. And that
it would have been better if we would have had popcorn. Now just put it out.
That was pretty dope, man. I like how they did that. But yeah. So, Marvel, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they first revealed this. Was it San Diego Comic-Con, or was this a little earlier than that?
It was a little earlier than that, because it was right after, because people was asking whether they're going to do a season 2 to Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and they were like, no, we're not doing that. It's going to be a movie. That's when the first thing came out, and then they did the first trailer last year.
Gotcha.
Because supposedly they was having problems with on set. They had some rewrites and all that stuff, which people need to understand. Rewrites happen all the time. Rewrites and reshoots happen all. They constantly tweaking the scripts every time they make a movie. That goes for every movie. So because some stuff work on paper that don't work when they go to film it. So
right. All right. So let me go ahead and share this. Hold on, let me stop sharing this one and then reshare. Basically, when I do my trailers, I do it where it's like playing the actual screen, so it kind of makes a double up sound on y'all end, so I have to exit out and then come back in. So
Gotcha.
Yeah. What was this? All right, so I'm going through Disney's Twitter page just to kind of, you know what I'm saying, give us a general idea of how this went down, some of the reveals, the order it kind of went down. One big thing that was coming up was Moana 2. So how do you feel about that movie in general? Because I mean, I've seen the first one.
It wasn't bad. I mean, The Rock made that movie funny to me. Like, it was The Rock basically being The Rock, actually, from 2001 to 2003 WWE. That's basically what he was in that movie, because he was a straight up, for lack of a better word, an asshat. So I mean, so that worked. The problem with me and Disney is I miss their hand drawn animated stuff from like that era from like 89 to 99, where they just like rocked it with the hand drawn animation. I have never been a fan of their CG and live action stuff, as far as the live action versions of the animated stuff. I've missed, like, the last time I got really hyped was Princess and the Frog. That was 2009. Hand drawn.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I was like. So Moana, I didn't mind the first one, but it's not something I'd go out of my way to see.
Gotcha. I honestly, I missed that same thing. I think I just got accepting to the fact that this is technically not for us.
Yeah.
And times have changed, especially with, you know what I'm saying, with like shows like Toy Story, Monsters Inc., um, Incredibles, and stuff like that. They, you know, like Pixar really kind of like changed the game for the newer crowd, for the younger generation. So I started accepting it that way. I would rather seen some see a lot of this stuff in cartoon form. Especially like you said, the '90s. That was like a classic era. You can do so much stuff with that, and catch our attention. You know, you had your Aladdins, your Mulans, you
Beauty and the
had Lion
Beast.
King,
Like,
Beauty and
Beauty and
the
the
Beast.
Beast. The intro to Beauty and the Beast is still like one of my favorite. The intro and outro where they did the stained glass narration with stained. Man, if you watch
That's
that in
dope.
4K,
Mm-hmm.
bro,
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of if you go back and watch on Disney Plus, like watch Aladdin where they do
Mm-hmm.
the inside of the castle, you see like the marble and all of that. Like, bro, the
Yeah,
way
they
they
touched that
did,
stuff up too. Like
yeah,
I watched it recently.
now, it did not look like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. I was saying that I was like, I was watching Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I was like,
It
nah,
wasn't this crisp. It was not this
nah.
crisp. Because
Right,
I have the
right.
Blu-ray. I have the
Yeah.
Blu-ray, so I watched the Blu-ray. And then because my TV's 4K, so
Mm-hmm.
once you get on Disney Plus, it automatically ups it to
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the highest thing is.
yeah.
So I was watching that on Blu-ray, and then I watched it on 4K. I'm like, oh snap! They did touch it up. They
Mm-hmm.
touched all of them up.
Big time,
Yeah.
big time. Cause I was looking, I was like, no, that flow and that marble wasn't that marvelous and
Yeah.
shiny and
It
wait
was
a
not
minute.
that crisp. The animation was not. It was crisp, but it wasn't that crisp.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That had me like, oh, but it, you know, Moana. I enjoy movies like this, especially when Disney is staying to teaching us about different people's cultures. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And still, you know, rocking with that and actually kind of because like even growing up, you didn't really think like that. Like they showing us different cultures, but as you get older, you start thinking like, oh, they were showing us like different how they get down in different worlds, or you know, certain stories from different parts of the globe and stuff like that. So, it definitely it kept that feeling of show us what's going on with the you know the islanders. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like how like where you know the rocks from, or you know Hawaii or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like how they you know what I'm saying, their culture is, because it's very, very interesting, and it's, you know what I'm saying, they have their own folk tales and stuff like, cause, I mean, we don't know this story, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, like as far as like the water spirits and all this other stuff, we don't know nothing about that, so to see that, that's like, oh man, this is dope. So I do like that educational factor of it, but again, I just like you, I do miss how it was animated back in the day. I wished I would have seen something like this back then. It kind of would have gave a different feel to it. Something about that animation, like you said, that just is it's something different. Something different.
Yeah.
But so they also let me see, Dark Sun. A little girl. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that
That's
makes
what's up.
sense.
Yeah. All right, so they also revealed the next title for Avatar, which I think a lot of us knew this one already, but Fire and Ash. So are you a fan of the Avatar series? Like what do you think about that?
Can I be real with you, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dude, this is the one time I think this series is just overrated. Look, I liked the first one, but the reason why I liked it because I saw it in 3D. When I got home and watched the movie on Blu-ray, I was like, I started seeing all the messed up, the unobtainium. I'll just leave that there. Unobtainium.
Yeah.
The dialogue was just like, dude, this is stupid. Like, this is stupid. And James, this is from James Cameron.
James Cameron.
So yeah, I don't even think I watched. No, I did watch the second one.
Yeah.
I watched it in IMAX.
Okay.
Beautiful
Okay.
movie, but
Yeah.
it's like I just personally think it's overrated. I don't really care for it. Like And I think the other reason why I don't care for it is because like people be overhyping it to the point where I'm just like, okay, it's kind of like, I'm sorry, please don't take this the wrong way, people. I'm talking about the fans of this character, not the character itself. Batman's fans. Like, I like Batman, but his fans make me hate talking to him, talking about him. That's like I am with Avatar. Right. Like, I think the movies are okay. I just think that people be hyping it up, and I'm like, these movies ain't that great. I've seen better.
Yeah.
The reason why you like it is because this person's name is attached to it. If that person's name wasn't attached to it, if it was somebody else, you wouldn't like it. You'll be bringing out all these faults that people can see. I'm like, I don't. Yeah. So, I mean, yay for them.
So
it just ain't for me.
I definitely the first one, like you said, I seen it in 3D. That was like the pinnacle at the time, and it was pretty dope in the movies. And then later on, as I watched it, I was like, I couldn't watch it all the way through because I was like, okay, I know what happens, or whatever. But I enjoy movies like this, but at the same time, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It's pretty much Earth, right? With
it's basically what it is. Yeah,
and same rules of gravity. What I'm saying applies. I mean, it's not like that. Besides the floating rocks, it's not like that's not. What I'm saying, like what's going down. But I do like the beauty of it. I know James Cameron is very proud of that particular world.
He should be, because he did an amazing job setting the world up. He should be, but it's just like some of that stuff just
the story in itself is kind of, I like it, but also too we've kind of seen it before as well. Especially if you're like a person that follows animes or
Princess Mononoke. I kept telling people.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like this story has been told before, but to put like major names, with it, and some people hyped up because of that. I think that was just to sell this movie and just bring people that normally probably wouldn't have seen it to this type of stuff, bringing awareness to this movie. But
well, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, if you don't mind. Let me ask you something. Do you think because they took all that time off? Because remember, first one came out in 2009.
Oh yes, yeah.
Do you think that because they waited so long that probably had an effect to it? The quality, for example?
Honestly, yeah and no. I believe technology now, I think it was ahead of its time. I think it would be a lot more accepted, possibly, if all of the films were made more modern, or around this time, where we can sharpen up certain things. Because that second one, as far as visually, not watching it in 3D, but watching it visually and then comparing it to that first one, this was a little more appealing as far as visually for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was the fact that water played a major part in it. Only thing I did not like is certain aspects of the story, but by them taking that long period of time or whatever, it took away from the hype of it back then. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't as hyped up, or people really wasn't as interested, because like you said, they had time to really like look at it and see it for what it was without all the glitz and glamour. Because like I said, the first one was 3D.
Yeah,
it was, all this other
fusion
stuff,
cameras and like that 3D. When you was in that movie theater, that 3D was jumping.
It was fire. Bro, when they had the little hologram screen inside the ship, and they was looking at it, I was like, trying to touch it. I'm like,
this is fire. Like, we ain't never seen nothing like that, and then everybody started doing it.
Yep.
And Resident Evil started doing it.
Yeah.
And at that point, you were just like, okay, man, this played out.
Yeah, exactly. You killed it. You messed up. But definitely they had a challenge too, not having that. You know what I'm saying? This time around, and focusing more on how can we make this feel like that without doing that that whole thing. How can we capture the world and what we're trying to do now without all that, right? So, that second one, it felt better once I actually kind of like really just watched it and stuff like that than the first one when I try to visualize what was going down with that. On top of that, there's something about wanting to leave your old body to go into another body that appeals me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And be in a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Like, that always captivated me. You know what I'm saying? Even as a young kid, like, you know what I'm saying? Just transporting to something else. You know what I'm saying? Being able to live a different life. You know what I mean? Where you feel accepted. You feel like an outcast. Like, dude felt like an outcast. He was a wounded war soldier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they had no legs. So
And he could actually run and walk again. Yeah.
Yeah, it gave him a whole family. And then when you see him on the second joint, he a whole chief out this thing. Like, he got a family. Like, you know what I mean? So it definitely was, like, as far as like the story and what I liked, it was a better story. Now, as far as this next one, I'm not gonna say I'm all super hyped up for it. Like you said, yay, it's coming.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean,
But I think for me, Avatar is just one of those ones where I just like sitting back, and that's just like a sit back, chill movie for me. It's not an excitement movie where I'm like, I gotta see it. This is that dope. This is the blockbuster of the year. Like,
it's not a Star Wars or Star Trek movie where it's like an event.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's not that. I think that's what they were trying to do, but it's not that.
Nah, it's not an epic. It's not an epic.
Nah.
It's definitely a look at this artwork. Look at this beauty. You know what I mean?
This is the new thing we came up with technology-wise. So,
it showcases technology. Exactly. Yeah.
Because like the first one was the fusion cameras that did the 3D. The second one was the hydro thing that he did to make the water effects thing work. So I guess he's gonna go inside a volcano for this one. I don't know.
It's something, man.
I mean, I'm guessing that's what he's gonna do.
You're gonna play with lava for real, dude.
Yeah, all right. Play around and find out.
All right, so they did that. Okay, that's still more on the stuff. They had a couple other trailers with some Pixar stuff coming out.
Oh yeah, I did see the shorts they did. Yeah.
Yeah. But, win or lose, I think that's what that was. Pixar stuff. So the next big thing was, which I have right here. All right, so let me exit out of this. So it's gonna echo. I'm gonna go to this trailer.
All right.
Oops, no, hold on. Forgot to put the sound on there. Can't do that.
To build the Honda CR-V Hybrid.
That was kind of weird. All right. So this is the trailer they showed Toy Story 5. So just plain and simple, real quick. They were doing.
Care to join me on?
They was doing like real quick little teasers, real quick. So how you think? How do you feel about Toy Story still popping?
Didn't that boy go to college?
Man, he in college. He didn't gave them toys away.
Look, this is why sometimes I kind of hate when they be trying to make these grand stories about these things. Cause I'm like, y'all do realize you're still trying to make these, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you know, pretty much. So, I don't know, man. The first Toy Story is an up and down series for me. Love the first one. Second was alright. Love the third one. Fourth one was alright. The TV series was the jam. The Buzz Lightyear series was funnier. Yeah. It's just up and down for me. So I don't know how this was gonna go. I mean, I have no idea. I'll probably take my nephew and niece to see it, but
it ain't for us.
Yeah,
Like,
it ain't for me.
yeah. I was telling I always say this here on the VitoVerse. I tell Sandstorm and Noto all the time, like, yeah. Yeah, the reason why y'all feel like that is because it's literally not for us. It's not for us. We've had our version of it. We started it. You know what I'm saying? We with Toy Story, of course, Toy Story 1 and 2.
Yeah, because that was
That's
90.
us.
Yeah, that was 95 or 96 and 98.
Yeah.
I think it was when those came out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's us. You know what I'm saying? With the bad animation where literally Andy and the bully were the same person in the face and everything. Like, if you look back at that, you'd be like, y'all gotta touch that up. Y'all gotta
Y'all really need to touch that up.
That looks crazy now. Like, back in the day, it was like, oh, this looks so amazing. It looks so cool. Oh, they look so real.
Yeah, no. No. But because that was the 90s. That's what I was like, dude. Like, look, don't get me wrong. I'm glad it's still kind of going on, but the fact of the matter was that was 90. That was the 90s, man, mid 90s.
Yeah.
And you still trying to. And then when they did that Lightyear animation, what was that, a year ago or 2 years ago?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
And people was mad about that, and I'm like, but y'all love Toy Story though.
Yeah. Y'all wanted to see why what was Buzz Lightyear was a toy of something, right?
Yeah. So you wanted to see the backstory. They gave you the backstory, and now you mad about
Andy
it.
Saw. Yeah. Like, this is what Andy went to, which technically no, it didn't. No, he didn't, because back then, lesbian relationships was not a thing. So definitely that was definitely not.
Or if it was, it wasn't talked about. It wasn't talked about like that.
I'm saying, like, back in the 90s, that wouldn't have flown.
No.
But, you know what I'm saying, they still kind of gave you a, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, this is what Andy watched. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to see why Buzz is such a, I always thought it was the cartoon, though. You know what I'm saying, that he was watching.
That's what it was originally supposed to be. That's why they made a cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the Buzz Lightyear cartoon with.
It was on Junior. What was that cartoon? Jetix was what that cartoon was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's what he was supposedly watching, which is why he got into that toy, was because he was watching the cartoon. So I'm like, I know what people trying to do, but I think sometimes you have people who, like, they don't understand. Like, a lot of stuff, like when we was coming up, like, stuff was made for kids. It was made for kids. So a lot of times they really didn't talk about the relationship aspect of anybody.
Nobody.
It was just for
kids.
kids.
They didn't talk about that.
That was it. Like, He-Man and the Master of the Universe. They didn't talk about nobody preferences or nothing like that. It was about fighting the bad guy. Yes, the king and queen were there, but that's because that was Adam's mama and daddy.
Even Batman, if you think about it, that animated series, like with Harley and Joker, they didn't seem like that was his sidekick. Like, it didn't feel like it was a relationship. It
started as a sidekick, and then like once because the problem was, and props to Tara Strong, voice actors, it just blew up. And then people started making stories about it, like, until, like, I want to say what Static Shock and Justice League was when you start seeing, that's his girlfriend, not his sidekick. Right. And once again, even
same thing with Joker, he had the twins.
Yeah, and even in the Batman animated series, you saw, like, they didn't. There was one episode where you pretty sure you heard him slap her. Now you didn't see it. You didn't see it.
Yeah.
But you know that's what he did. So it was like, they had already addressed how he don't like her like that.
Plus,
like,
he always used to leave her, like, say that Batman and caught him and all that other stuff, and he would leave him like, dudes,
one love.
You got caught. My bad.
And then he make up some excuse. He manipulated. So I'm like, it was that situation, but they never really, because she did start out as a sidekick. That was it. It was a sidekick thing, and then, like, it's more the cartoons came up, like Superman, when the whole Batman Superman, when they met up, because Joker and Harley was in Metropolis, and then Static Shock and Justice League, that's when you started seeing that aspect of it. But yeah, back when me and you was running around being stupid, they didn't do that. Like cartoons, like they just wasn't focused on relationships like that, not like that. So I do understand why some people get mad, and then I do understand why some people say it needs to be. Whatever.
Yeah.
But
honestly, if it's kid stuff, man, like this is what I'm looking at. The people that have problems with it are grown ass adults, right?
Yep.
This is not for you. Now I can see you. I can see you literally trying to protect your kids if you don't want them getting a certain message. That's understandable as a parent or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you don't.
Our parents had that. Our parents had that. They ain't let us watch that stuff. We got. I know I got told no a lot.
Yeah.
You ain't watching that. You ain't playing that.
Harry Potter. For the longest, my mom was against. Oh, not my mom. My grandma was against like reading the books, and I just wanted it. The movies weren't coming out at the time.
Yeah.
It was just the books. She was like, "No, you're not reading that book. It's witchcraft. It's witchcraft."
Yeah. Not realizing it's just a kid's story.
It's just a kid's story. It's about you know what I'm saying, like somebody being mistreated, or you know what I'm saying, or not really mistreated. Somebody being something from something. But he was being like he was an orphan, basically. His parents died, and it reminded me of like so many Disney other movies, you know what I'm saying, like movies that they have on Disney about an orphan being from something. Like he's in this world that's all gloom and doom. He got the evil aunt. Cinderella story. That's technically what Harry Potter is. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. Harry Potter is almost like a Cinderella story. You know what I mean? And then it turns into a whole other, you know what I'm saying, element. And he becomes the actual, like, he's a Luke Skywalker. It's Star Wars. It's so many other things that makes it a great story. It has nothing really to do with witchcraft. Like, you know what I mean?
But all it takes is one person to say it. And
like, devil worshiping and da-da-da.
Yeah. But they had no problem with Lord of the Rings.
But right. Exactly. You let me watch that all day. You let me watch that all day.
Yeah, he just beheaded that monster. Yep.
Matter of fact, you let me watch Disney all day. Isn't Mickey a wizard?
She loved that broom sequence from Fantasia.
For real, Fantasia. I watch that all the time. Yeah, you like that? You like when wizards?
That is Mickey. That is Mickey. Mickey is of Christ. He's of the Lord. And it's like, what?
You let me watch the what was the King Arthur joint?
Sword and Stone.
Yeah.
Had Merlin in that.
Yeah, and Merlin all up in that thing, like
turned him into a squirrel.
Yeah, like that. They got that. He's a wizard, Harry. Like,
that is a cartoon. Now sit down and shut up. Sit down and watch that and shut up. Like, and you ain't going outside because it's raining. Now sit down and shut up and watch this movie. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Don't be going out there playing with that stick like it's a wand. What? I'm up here playing swords and stuff. She's like, "Hey, that's a wand? No, it's a lightsaber. It's still lightsaber."
Is that thing with Billy D. Williams in it? Yes, ma'am. Okay, you can play with that. Then you can do that. Like they love Billy D. Boy.
Get that Billy D. That Colt 45.
45.
It works every time. With the Jerry curl.
With the curl. They love us. What you could, man? If Billy D was on, you better leave the room, cause
for real.
That Billy D. Williams, that suave Billy D. Williams.
And then he like his like even to this day the way he talks, I'm like I try to mimic that all the time, but I'm like it's that smooth. He's like yeah, so you know and it's like the eyes and I'm like okay. I need to study that.
Yeah.
That's real pimp stuff. I think Denzel studied you. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, bro, man, the way, because I will never forget that it was an interview they did with when they did Undercover Brother with Eddie Griffin and Dave Chappelle, and they were like, man, they showed a set thing, and Billy D is all by himself, surrounded by women, and they just mad and hating. He just over there just talking, just smooth and chill.
Yeah.
Like, God dang, man, he still got it.
And you know what's crazy? For you to sell milk water liquor
Yeah.
and make it seem appealing.
To the point where everybody was buying it regardless.
Right. And it was piss water, bro. Like that,
Yeah.
like no, like that is nasty. But just because Billy D was like, every time I want to get her in the mood, I get this Coke 45. It works every time.
Every
Like,
damn
dang,
time.
cuz.
Like, god dang, bro. Bro, what in the world? Like, yeah, dude. Yeah, where Billy D was at, man, that dude was just he's just that smooth, man. Like, dude, you watch, especially you watch like one of the weirdest movies, The Ladies Man.
Yeah.
The Ladies Man, you watch that movie, like, yeah, I would never leave a woman around Billy D. Williams. Nope.
Nope. Not at all. Matter of fact,
he was a bartender in that movie. I'm sitting there like, hell no. Don't no bartender dressed like that. Dude had the smoothest suits the whole movie. I'm sitting there like, yeah, man, he ain't no bartender.
hey, you see the way Carrie Fisher was looking at him during Star Wars.
I ain't saying nothing. Nothing.
I saw that.
I saw all of that. I saw all of that. Boy, once again, Billy D. Williams, boy, don't leave your girl around.
Look, Harrison got so mad in it. He really got like into the character. Like, hell, whoa.
Hold on now. Hold up. Hold on. Hold on now. Hey, I shot first for a reason, bro. How Deadpool do it? I shot first for a reason, bro.
Man, Billy D was so smooth, man. He had Darth Vader talking about, yeah, you can go ahead and get my daughter when she come in. He don't even know that's his daughter.
Right.
He just already, go ahead and get my daughter real quick. Yeah.
You sure about that, Vader? You sure about that? Because you know she leave with me, she ain't coming with you. You know that, right? Here, drink this Coke 45. It'll help with your voice.
Had Boba Fett sitting up here like, had Boba like, yeah, them alien twins you want me to deliver, right? Shh.
Hey man, keep that on. Don't nobody need to know about that.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's why he was silent.
Look, man, don't tell everybody what we're doing.
We over here real intergalactic pimping, and you about to mess that up.
Just say you're gonna bring me 2 capes. 2 capes.
Yo, he the only dude to make a cape look flawed. Like,
Yeah.
man, even Batman couldn't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Michael Keaton couldn't even do that, man. Like, yeah, like he made that joint look like, I want me a little cape real quick, just for no reason. What a Jerry Curl.
They had a closet full of them.
So let's get into Andre was just here. He had to step out again, probably. Let's get into not that.
MS-13 gang member here illegally.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Sorry about that, guys. Back to our regular scheduled program. Oh, snap. So, at D23 with that Pixar had their own little, they panel, shall I say. And they announced
Just say,
Incredibles 3. So, let's see if, what kind of teaser they got for us.
just say, incredible?
All right. So, of course, like I said, they were just doing teasers. You know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't like they were showing full trailers. That's the whole thing about. But they did give us dates. So I believe they had a date on that.
That was like 2026 though.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why I don't even know why they even. Well, coming from the gaming side of things, I hate when they do this. When they do stuff out like 2 years. Don't tell me about nothing past a year.
yeah. Right.
If
Right.
it's past a year for movies and stuff, don't tell me about nothing past a year.
Yeah.
I don't care because tell me that in 2025. Don't tell me 2026 and it's 2023.
Right. And we're in the middle of 2023, not
Yeah,
even
like
at the end of it.
don't do that. Like just tell me when you're a year out. Then I can get my hype levels appropriate. Have my appropriate levels of hype. Because when you tell me that and all you showed me was a logo, I'm like.
And another Pixar character says, "Did you see Incredible? You doing that?" And then you show the logo, and then you got me thinking like, "Oh,
are they gonna be? Is this a crossover?
this coming? This coming right like next year?"
Nah. 2026, bro.
Now.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're gonna show it again in D23 next year.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably when you get the first trailer. We don't even have an animatic yet. We ain't even drawn nothing yet. We just got assets.
They just went in there, typed in, and get them incredible letters real quick. We're gonna hit them with this one. Incredible 3.
I actually like the Incredibles though. The Incredibles actually not it's not a bad. So it's actually pretty good. I know people are going overboard with Miss Incredible. Y'all nasty, and
I mean she was thick.
Because it's going overboard now. It's just like, bruh.
Yeah, they went super overboard. I mean, just like any other mom character on.
Yeah, I'm like, man, come on, man. Look, we get it. We understand.
Mm-hmm.
We get it.
That's like Dexter's mom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like
they do that with Dare.
Yeah.
Now so like, come on, dog.
Yeah. But I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with it on this one.
Yeah, true. It's been a very long time. Like that's the thing about these movies, you know what I'm saying? Especially like Incredibles or Pixar movies. It takes a long time for the sequel to come out. It's no hype train for it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like it has its own.
Yeah.
They have its own lane, so it can come out at any given time, and the same people are gonna be excited for it. You know what I'm saying?
Because the last one came out in 2018, and I'm like, okay, that's...
Was that 18?
Yeah, it was 2004 was the first one, then 2018, now this was going to be 2026. I'm like, okay.
Dang, that was 18? I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Huh, dang. I could have sworn it was a little earlier than that, but at the same time, time is slipping.
Yeah.
I've been in the Mandela effect since the 90s, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, man, that is... 2018. All right, so moving right along. So they announced Zootopia, which I don't have no interest in. But they have I guess a new character on there, a snake that's supposed to be played by dude that played Hey You Guys on the Goonies. What's the
not Sean Astin. Who was it? I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah. So he's supposed to play the snake or whatever. So then they announced they announced Frozen on Broadway coming 2025.
Knew it eventually had to happen.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you have one of the biggest songs. I think was that Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
That and Let It Go.
Yeah, Let It Go. Let It Go. Build a
Two
Snowman.
biggest songs.
Yeah, so you got a musical already. You know what I mean? Definitely got to hit Broadway. They have a Hercules new musical coming to Broadway as well. Which is still pretty dope that Broadway is still, you know what I mean? Like, they getting their shine.
Still a major thing.
Yeah. I definitely like that factor. I love going to see a play or whatever. The Great Showman, I think that's still going on in Broadway.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while.
Yeah, I want to say, what, 20? Is that at 20 already?
Is it?
or close.
It
to
might
or-
be. If it's not, it's pretty close.
Yeah, definitely. So they gave us some. I'm actually gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up this way. So they gave us some skeleton crew footage or a trailer.
Tomorrow's test will set the course of your entire future.
Don't you ever want to do anything exciting? Like what? What if we could go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy? A real adventure. No more pretend. I found something buried in the woods. What do you think it is? I think it's a lost Jedi temple. Hello? Be careful where you step. We're lost. Really lost.
Tis dangerous out there in space. Trust no one.
You're a Jedi.
Okay, I was not expecting that. What do y'all think?
This was one that actually caught my attention. I actually like this. Goonies in the Star Wars universe. The only thing,
That's what I was thinking.
my only thing that I'm worried about, and this is just because of how Empire, Revenge of the Sith scarred me for life. Anytime I see kids and I know Darth Vader around, dude, I get scared. I get scared. Like my anxiety goes through the roof. I'm like, these kids. I saw some X-wings. They gonna kill y'all. They gonna kill y'all.
Skywalker, are you here to save us?
Nope.
What
Wrong
you
one.
think? Apparently, I got this note from the producer that y'all asked for a raise. It's been denied. So I'm just like, anytime I see that, it's just like, get them kids. Get them kids.
Get them out. Save them. Only thing I think I might have a slight bit of an issue with is that just the way it opened up seemed too isolated and casual, like they didn't know anything that was going on beyond their planet.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to be a part of this expansive empire, so y'all should know something.
It depends, because the way they've set up Star Wars is like, unless you like right in the center where Coruscant and those planets are, it's because remember, people in the Outer Rim didn't believe in those stories, those tales or whatever. So you're like, okay. So I get where you coming from though, Andre, because it does seem kind of weird.
They should at least have
Or tell us where they're at.
They should have a general idea of
Yeah.
what's going on. Even if they don't believe what's happening, they should have a general scope
Yeah.
that should be known about. And it just seemed like, oh, hey, we're basically going from a planet Earth type world that has some Star Wars characters on it to throwing these kids into a junked ship from a Jedi temple to throwing them into the middle of the mess.
To them meeting Jude Law.
It just I'm guessing he's supposed to be Obi-Wan.
For this story, I'm guessing, yeah.
I hope he's not, but I figure he probably is.
Well, I mean, this has to be during the era right before, during the Rebels era, because there's no way in the world he's a Jedi and he's hiding. Yeah, Darth looking for him. Vader, James Earl Jones is looking for him. So that's why I'm like, dude, it's kids. Man, don't. Y'all better not find Darth Vader. Anakin didn't play by that. Anakin had no problem killing kids.
It shouldn't be a long series.
No.
I think at best they run into him. They have a few misadventures, and he sends them back home.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe end the series with them warning the planet that their conflict is coming this way, because it did spread throughout the galaxy at some point. So maybe this is early on in the start of the conflict once Vader and Palpatine took over. If it's early on,
then that would make
I
sense.
can forgive it.
Yeah,
But
that would make sense because at that point they were still hunting Jedi.
Yeah, Order 66 was still running rampant.
Yeah. Yo, I really feel like this is really Star Wars Goonies. You know what I'm saying? And now I don't know if I'm stretching, but the symbol of like the Goonies is like the skull and bones.
Yeah.
The skeleton crew. Like I don't know if that's a stretching, but that's how I'm kind of putting it together.
That's probably what they're trying to tap into, so it wouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, and plus it's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, so I completely think that's exactly where they were going with it.
Yeah,
that's exactly where they were going with it. So, but then again, I'm like, that stuff, that should be like an olive branch to some people, because some people, like, they get mad, like when people got mad about the Acolyte, and I'm like, yeah, I have my problems with the Acolyte, but that's from a story perspective, like, because it was all over the place. There was some people was mad as soon as the doggone thing started. I'm like, bro, it ain't even you episode 1 and you this upset.
You mad to be mad.
You just mad to be mad. So
like, it just started.
Yeah, it literally just started, and this is why I hate it. This is DEI and all. I'm like, bro, y'all need this. You learned a new word to be bigoted about it. Now you're trying to run with it. So
the bad thing, even with that, DEI honestly benefits. And people might think this is weird for me to say it. It benefits white women more than anybody else.
Yeah, it does. It does actually.
It literally does.
It does. I mean, just like affirmative action did.
It literally does. So it's like, you are upset
about
that people. I understand that the idea of representation just because isn't a good thing, but being mad that representation exists is a whole other front.
Yeah,
I'm like, nah, don't. Like, let's pull that back. Like, y'all started off here and then went way off script over here. I'm like, nah, I can't rock with that one.
Way off script.
Like, bring it back in. Bring it back in where it makes more sense, not just to be mad at existence.
Exactly.
How dare they actually? How dare they actually like this? How dare they?
I'm gonna be honest. I did get mad around the who was it? Mooney, whatever his name is, the egghead dude being shown in there. I didn't like that. Yeah. Especially at the time period that they were saying this was, and I am a Legends fan, so I was kind of like, I don't like,
because they just basically did away with most of that.
Yeah.
Well, which they shouldn't have done that, but whatever. I mean,
and they kind of what was it? The episode 1 when he was like, yeah, the Sith hasn't been heard of since millennia, and that means you weren't alive during the time that the Sith shows up. I mean, not show up, but you know what I'm saying, during that time, where we had peace.
And I'm sitting here like, so is this 1,000 years before? Or is it 300? Because the way they made it seem like it's not that long before Skywalker, that doesn't make sense. Right. So none of that stuff makes sense.
That's why you don't throw away continuity just to pull stuff from the continuity you threw away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ask Halo. Has the Halo series about that. Anyway,
so they announced second season of Andor. Did y'all like that series?
I thought it was okay. I feel bad for the main character because, like, just like with Rogue One, he's not a bad actor, but everything else is more interesting than him. Am I wrong for saying that? Season 1 of Andor, am I wrong for saying that? Andor is like the weakest part of that series. Everybody else is like, dude, this is amazing. This is good. This is thrilling. Why is he on my screen? I don't care for him. This is
I was bored throughout the whole thing, though. That was just me. I don't think when it comes to Star Wars, I have to kind of wrap my head around new stories and like spy, politics and propaganda type stuff. I have to wrap my head around it. So I kind of was bored, but you right. Sometimes when he pop up, he's just like, say something.
Yeah. Well, that's why I understand why some people liked it and why some people didn't, because overall it's one of those series where, and I guess because I'm a Star Trek fan, I am a Star Trek fan as well as a Star Wars fan. And Star Trek, you have to be in a different mind frame to watch their stuff as opposed to Star Wars. Star Wars is more like story and action driven, and like Star Trek is more like character. You know what I'm saying? It's like the politics, more the science and stuff behind it. They're not doing the big drawn out battles like that. You know what I'm saying? Star Wars is doing the big space opera, all that stuff. Yeah. So when you do something like this, which is supposed to be like a spy style, espionage style thing, set inside Star Wars universe, but you throw in the politics too, and you throw in all this other stuff, and you're like, the cool stuff that y'all doing, it don't revolve around the main character. Yeah. So I don't need the main character here. You could literally have somebody else. Yeah. And since we already know where his story is going,
they basically shouldn't have done a character-focused story. They should have just done a story around the events.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
I mean, and like I said, I like the actor. He's not a bad actor. He really ain't. It's just, bruh, I feel bad for you because you ain't why I'm here. You are not why I'm here. Because the stuff around you is just boring. Everything else is cool. Like Stellan Skarsgård, his character, I loved his character. I loved his character. Yeah. But once again, Andor is the person I'm supposed to be liking.
I think their big problem is that they tried to tether it to him specifically.
Yeah, and
they should have never done that.
Yeah. So I don't even know why we're getting to season 2. Honestly, I don't.
Well, if the season 2 actually focuses on them, then that's why you got it. But
but season 1 was like everybody else was cool. Like even Andy Serkis' character in the prison. I'm like, bro, his stuff was. I'm like, bro, why is everybody else more fire than you?
Because they didn't write them right.
Yeah.
Or they just wrote everybody that much better. It's like, okay, we have a main character, but we want you interested in all of this.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's like, then what's the point of the main character?
There is no point. We just paid him.
Just to pass through events and say, oh, I saw that happen.
Essentially. Essentially.
That's basically what you're there for. I saw that. Yeah, I was there. Yep, I was there for that too.
It would probably be better if they had him narrating it.
Probably,
but because they don't, it's kind of like, okay. Because I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, how could they have fixed it? I'm like, they probably could have had him narrate it and have it as him telling old girl before in Rogue One, like while they were going to somewhere, telling her how he got to them, how they got to what he was doing before he met her. I think that's how they could have probably played it off and just have him narrating it, but they didn't do that. They're playing it like it's in real, like we're watching it in real time. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, nah.
So I'll probably watch it because they ain't gonna be, because I kind of like the Star Wars expanded stuff. So I'm probably gonna watch it, but yeah, I'm not watching it because I'm hoping it's good. Not saying I'm hoping it sucked. I'm just like, I just feel bad because usually when I watch it, I'm like, you cool and everything, but move.
It's like, yeah, you all right, but can we get to that? Like
that story.
I want that right there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking though that Disney is getting a little too heavy-handed on the Star Wars stuff too. They have so many Star Wars series.
Well, the thing is, Star Wars in itself is so freaking huge. But I think the problem too is Kathleen Kennedy, when she got the reins, came out and said that they were stopping the expanded universe. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni was like, we didn't tell nobody that. So you have a certain sect that's like
conflicting stories.
Yeah, you have a certain sect that's like pulling from it. And you have the main people with the movies and stuff, and they're saying they're not, and so it's like everybody ain't on the same page.
There's
so
a lot of contradictions on top of that.
And then like stuff we watch like Visions. I love Visions. Yeah. But at the same time, I think like some of the Vision stories just basically like, yeah, we doing this better than y'all in anime format.
Honestly, I think anime Star Wars goes hand in hand. Like you have to, you got to dip into that. You know what I'm saying, with Star Wars, just because how big Star Wars is, and all the stories that we got out of the Legends. Even Clone Wars and Rebels, you know what I'm saying? Like just those, like it definitely would have benefited to be in like anime form.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of the stuff out of Visions too, outside of that one where it was clearly the Sith need to talk to their HR because that dude was wilding.
Like pause, bro. Why you
hey, bro, what?
Yo, Drake, chill out, Drake. Move, man.
I killed your master. Why didn't you come at me faster? Like, bro, what the? He was a kid. What the? Okay, did he?
For real.
Vito, am I lying? We saw that episode. We were like, the hell is this dude doing?
Nah, he was tripping. He was
tripping.
I've been waiting on you. Whoa. But hold on, cuz. Hold on. I need Vader, get him.
Pause for a second.
It was the way he was. Look, I got to get a voice actor props because he was making me uncomfortable the way he was talking.
Yeah, he was.
Hey, bro, I just would have put out a gun. I would have Han Solo him. I'm like, damn, this lightsaber.
Now, here's the question. just because the idea is funny to me and it popped into my head. But would he be a good Demon Lord Fabulous?
You know what? He might be a good Demon Lord Fabulous. Yeah. Especially with that dance.
Right behind Link's head.
Yeah, right behind him with his tongue sticking out.
Like,
hold.
Yeah.
Hold. Link like, hold on, dog. That dude came up behind Link like, I'm gonna take your head off.
That face is still funny to me. He felt insulted, violated, persecuted. He felt everything.
That's why I'm like, Skyward Sword Link is not Twilight Princess Link. Because Twilight Princess Link would have put the end of that there.
He'd have just swiped.
End of that.
He'd have had the same expression, but there'd have been a sword slash behind it.
The tongue would have been over here, the head would have been over there. There wouldn't have been no game. There wouldn't have been no game after that.
Man would have destroyed him 2 seconds. He was like, nah, I couldn't let that one slide. Like you ain't gonna roll up behind me, stick your tongue out near my neck, man. Nah.
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
The game would have been Link going hunting down Demon Lord Fabulous. That would have been. He would have been running.
Vendetta. That'd have been a straight vendetta. If he survived that first exchange, that'd have been a straight vendetta. He'd have been I think we would have seen the closest to fierce deity Link we'd ever seen. Another version of Link B. Man would have been walking with eyes glowing, sword would have lit up. You're like, nah, you done.
Like the minds would be like, hey man, where my sword at? Your sword got.
Your sword is running. Your sword is running for his life. You might want to get out there.
You might want to help him. He ain't gonna make it.
He didn't. Like, I don't know what's up with this version of the hero, but bro he was ready for murder. It's like, what did he do? He did that tongue lash. Oh
yeah. I told him about doing
that.
Told him.
Let me go say this one.
Oh man. All right, so they had announced Percy Jackson season 2, Percy Jackson and Olympian season 2. Did you watch the first?
Loved it. Me and Vicky reviewed it. So
I
check it out.
didn't get to watch
Check it out on Fresh Take on Wing the Podcast channel. Yeah, so, yeah, we reviewed it. Yeah, I liked it. I think that was one of those series that should have been a show and never a movie because like the movies couldn't do. They did 2 movies on Percy Jackson, and you can't do the series justice. You have to. Those type books are done better as a series. Like I think a lot of people see like what Peter Jackson did with Lord of the Rings and think that
everything can't be done that way.
Everybody can't do that, and even Lord of the Rings, like I think honestly, it would be better as a TV series as opposed to the movies, just because there was a lot of stuff he had to cut out, and I don't think people understand how much stuff he had to cut out on all of them, even
with the extended cut.
Yeah, he still had to cut a lot of stuff out just because that's how much content Tolkien has in those books. So the same thing with Percy Jackson. So I think like them doing it this way actually makes more sense. Yeah, and it does help that the series was actually pretty good. The only problem is Lance Reddick was Zeus, and he passed away. And I'm like, damn, he did it. He did such a good job. It's kind of like Ray Stevenson with Balin on Ahsoka. They did such a good job. I'm like, damn, I don't want to see y'all recast, but they kind of have to because they're not literally here.
They got a choice.
Yeah. So it's just and Lance Reddick's only in the last 2 episodes. Yeah. And he scared me as Zeus. Like he really did scare. Like he had that The Wire season 3 bearing on him. Like, boy, stop talking to this man like you crazy. Have you not seen The Wire?
That don't exist in Percy Jackson's universe.
Man, it exists in every universe. It exists in every that and the Toys R Me skit from Funny or Die. It exists in every universe.
All right. Yeah. So I'm excited for it. I did like the first season myself as well. It gave us a better, way better for me, experience than the movies did. They announced for some reason, Freaky Friday. I'm sorry. With Jamie Lee Curtis, it's all coming out.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan again.
Yep.
Why?
No.
2025.
Yeah. Why? That movie was a one and done. Y'all don't need to extend every story.
And that was a remake of
another Freaky Friday.
Yeah, of the what was
the 19, original joint.
The original was what 1960, 1970, somewhere in there.
70.
They gotta stop remaking. Like they gotta stop extending one and done stories. Right. If it's a one and done story, it has a close off. Let it be done. You can't keep extending everything.
Yeah. No.
1976. Yeah.
They trying to do it. They trying to do it because Lindsay Lohan's back in good health now. But I mean, just put her in some other stuff.
Just do something else.
For real.
Like, why revive a character that she played almost 20 years ago?
20 years ago,
yeah.
How old
Jamie Lee just I mean, she just jumping on anything. She just happy to be there, right?
She just had fun with it. I don't even mind her being on different roles. It's just like, okay, you want Lindsay Lohan to come back, and y'all want to put her in a good light. Put her in something else that does not draw attention to her past.
Because she's I didn't know she was 38.
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't do this.
Yeah.
Do not do this.
Put her in something else. Why y'all gonna put her in a situation that drums up people thinking about when she was on
drugs?
Yeah.
Like, because by that point you could tell she was. So why would you want her to revive a character that she was on drugs with instead of giving her something new and letting her revitalize her chops with something new?
Yeah. Kind of like Robert did. You know what I'm saying? They gave Robert that Iron Man role, and it literally was like his reviving point. And you grew with him.
Well, he had Tropic Thunder right before that. But
true.
Yeah, but I think what it did was like because with Robert Downey Jr., he actually that was perfect casting because one, he was a prodigy. Two, his dad was a famous director. Three, he was rich, and four, he had substance abuse issues in the past, which is all
So it made
things.
him perfect for Iron Man.
Yeah, which is all things that Tony Stark had, except he wasn't like a mechanical genius and a billionaire, but he was. Well, now he damn near close, but you know, I mean, that made it perfect casting. Like, I would not do this if I was them, but hey, maybe they have a good story. I don't know.
It could be a positive, real positive.
Yeah.
I'm going to be cautiously.
Yeah, cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic. For real.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'll catch it on Disney Plus anyway. So.
Yeah,
I ain't going to the theater.
Wait till it's on there.
Yeah, ain't no way I'm going to no theater to watch that.
Nah.
Not worth it.
All right, so also they had a reveal of a live action that's coming in the summer of 25 as well. Lilo and Stitch live action.
Oh yeah, I saw the pictures of that.
I don't know how to feel about that.
They trying to Detective Pikachu it, and they really shouldn't. They really shouldn't.
Yeah, because that Lilo and Stitch is actually a pretty funny cartoon. And movie because they did have a series.
Dog. I love Stitch.
Yeah, so I don't know how this is gonna work. I did see the design for Stitch. It looks like you said, very Detective Pikachu-ish. So, you can't do everything just because somebody else did it and it was successful. You can't do that with everything.
And it's going people are already having issues with the casting because they think certain people shouldn't play certain characters. So it's just going to get worse and worse from here. Like, at least if it was still animated, it was still a cartoon or even just like a 3D, they could have just done 3D models and just had it voice acted, but they didn't do that.
So there was, I'm trying to find this thing. There was something I saw last week, right? Now, I don't know if this was real, but it was a What If episode. Oh, wow. Hold on. They are bringing Walt Disney to the... Where are they bringing? They're doing the animatronic Walt Disney something. I think it's in the wall of the Hall of Presidents, right next to it or something like that. They're putting Walt Disney himself. They're giving him a animatronic.
I'm sorry.
Disneyland.
That is not going to be Walt Disney as he actually was, though. Because if it was Walt Disney as he actually was, they wouldn't be allowing a lot of
yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, because if you know about, because that the funniest episode of American Dad was when they parodied that. I'm like, yeah, that's when you read them stories. Yeah.
He wanted to entertain people, but he didn't want
certain
in his movies and things.
Yeah. And Asian and women and who it was Asian women, black people, and who else?
Hispanic people.
Yeah. It was Hispanic. Like he.
which is still a little odd because of his own heritage, but we'll leave that one alone.
Yeah, we'll leave that one alone.
But it ain't gonna be real Walt Disney. It's gonna be toned down Walt Disney.
They're gonna water it down a little bit.
They definitely gonna water him down because if they use any of his real quotes, that thing will be shut down immediately.
Isn't he from Germany?
I believe so.
I believe so. Yeah.
I believe
either that or he was Italian.
I believe he from
he was
Germany because there was some propaganda going on around the same time that he could have been part of the third.
Oh, yeah, I do remember reading that. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that was one of the few things he didn't want to be a part of. He was like, nah. I'm good over here in America. I think I'll do fine by myself. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if that one was true, but I do remember reading that.
I think I had heard about that a while ago. Yeah.
So they're bringing they announced they're bringing a couple more stuff to Disney Worlds and Disneylands. a couple more stuff in the Animal Kingdom. Evidently, I went to the Animal Kingdom down in Disney World. It's definitely a big park. It's probably the biggest park. So for them to add on more to it, it makes me wonder how crazy that's gonna be.
I mean, they got to do something because don't that Super Nintendo World go down to Orlando next year?
Mm-hmm.
And that's supposed to open? Yeah.
Yep. So
and people gonna be able to take their Nintendo Switches with them and earn points.
Yeah.
So they got to do something.
Yep. Hey, real talk. I told Sandstorm, I was like, look, Disney, if they were smart, they'll do a deal with Apple. They need to do a deal with Apple because Nintendo is on their tail right now.
See, if they were smart, they would have done something with Nintendo before Universal got to them.
Yeah.
True.
Because that's the one thing. Because I was like everybody else. I'm like, there ain't no way in the world Universal's gonna outbid Disney for Super Mario Bros. And they did. I'm like, if I'm Disney, I would have never let that happen.
No, like Disney. Like I remember hearing something about Disney behind the scenes having some sort of grudge with Nintendo because of a couple different choices that they made for some of the movie things that they were working on. I was like,
really?
y'all really passed up making a bunch of money over a couple movies?
I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
A couple, well, like, because of I think it was around the time Detective Pikachu was being worked on.
Yeah.
It was like, y'all really decided that? Like, you mean to tell me y'all couldn't have worked out something and be like, oh, hey, we can have a Nintendo world inside of Disneyland, and then we can make some Nintendo-based movies and do some crossovers with Disney.
Yep.
A Mario and Mickey crossover would make bank.
That will be insane. Yeah.
Yep.
A Disney and Nintendo game that mixes the Disney Infinity and Amiibo would have sold like crazy. And then y'all could have made a movie series based off of it, of the interconnected universes.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, y'all got petty, had pulled the grudge because they decided to go with a different studio for a couple movies that they were trying to test out what they were doing.
Yeah,
y'all fumbled on that one. Whatever executives y'all got up there, y'all need to smack them several good times, several, because that was money that y'all lost.
Yeah. All right, so they also announced some other stuff, but we're gonna get into some of this Marvel stuff as well. Let me see. Oh, no. Before we do that, there's two others. We have after this commercial. Hold on.
I think if Disney and Nintendo did officially cross over, you could have had Spider-Man, Batman.
Yeah.
And having them cross over Marvel and Nintendo.
Yeah. All right, so they showed Mufasa. Now, we have a very strong opinion about Mufasa on the VitoVerse. I just want to get you guys' take. So let's take a look at this new trailer because we saw an old trailer, the first trailer on one of the lives. So this is the updated trailer.
It's time. I'll tell you a story. A story of a cub. Not much bigger than you.
So just to be clear, we're not in this story?
There's a lot of stories with all of us. Tell one of those.
Long before they became legends, Mufasa and the prince who would come to be known as Scar became brothers.
Hello, what's your name?
Mufasa.
I told you to wait for me.
We can't just leave him here.
Rules are rules, Taka. The king will never accept a stray.
I'm not a stray. I'm just lost.
We do not associate with outsiders. Taka is the future king. We must protect the bloodline.
But, Dad, I saved his life. I have a secret, Mufasa. I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a brother.
Sometimes I get a scent. It's barely a trace on the wind. And it smells like home. And then it's gone.
You and Tucker together, that is home. Now both of you go. Find your place in the circle of life.
The circle is broken. There will be one Lion King.
Mufasa, run!
We must fight together. If we fight, we die.
Just to be clear, I never signed up for this.
I'm here to protect you, my brother.
Mufasa! This was a bad idea! We're alive! I did it! I saved us!
You were saying?
Did they just make Mufasa the illegitimate king?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I just got mad watching it. I literally
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. So Scar technically was in the right.
Yeah, technically he was in the right.
He was in the right, and Simba is illegitimate. You just broke your whole story.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I won't be watching that.
Do these people not think about the continuity of the story? Like, if you want to do a prequel, do a prequel.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it from that, then Scar should be the outsider.
Yeah, it should not be Mufasa.
Yeah.
Like, he basically came in and stole it. That's what you're telling everyone, even if they got along. He came in and stole it. Now you just justified while Scar is angry, and you gave him a righteous reason to be angry and to want revenge instead of him being petty.
Yeah.
You changed his character.
Did he or did he not just throw Mufasa off another doggone high?
Well, this time he technically went with him.
Yeah.
he at least jumped off with him. He's like, look, if you going, I'm going.
Yeah. And
then Mufasa's voice ain't if he's more of an adult, you need an actor that has a deep voice, something commanding.
I'm sorry.
His voice
if you couldn't get Keith David, if you could not get Keith David, I know James Earl Jones technically retired, but if you can't get Keith David
to do it,
then you shouldn't have got. You shouldn't. I'm sorry. I don't know who's voicing Mufasa. No disrespect to you, sir, but
I ain't got no problem with him. But that's not Mufasa. Mufasa's voice is supposed to sound like it breaks the ground.
Yeah.
Mufasa's voice supposed to sound like Darth Vader about to kill some younglings.
Yeah, it sounds like Darth Vader. Yep.
Like, but now you have literally made Mufasa the bad guy.
He's the bad guy
in his own story.
Yeah.
So I guess this ends with him taking the kingship and Scar being pissed.
I'm going to assume
that's how it's got to end. It can't end happy.
It can't.
It cannot end happy. Like, why would you even? Okay.
That's what I was like. Who's working?
And why
on
did
the
they make
continuity?
him white? Why did they make
Scar
white?
Yeah.
When he was brown,
orange,
and he had a dark mane.
Yeah. Like.
And when does he get a scar?
I'm going to assume it's after that waterfall incident.
Yeah. Because
that lioness was chasing him.
Well, because the original, he got his scar in a fight with Mufasa.
He got.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to end it off with the two of them fighting to be king, and that's how he's going to get the scar.
Yeah, that's what he's going to call himself. But the way they're making this seem like they were best friends, like
I mean, you can do the whole brotherly bond, best friend thing, and then have it turn around. It's just the way they position the characters doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, and the problem with doing it that way is we've seen that done 50 million times. That's why I'm like, bro.
Yeah. Only way
it's gonna make it predictable.
This makes sense for Mufasa to actually be legitimately the king is the fact that Scar's family somehow
got killed.
Yeah, like Scar's family like killed Mufasa's family, and he's the orphan of that. That's why they were like, we don't take in orphans and all this other stuff. That's the only way I can see that actually working. or that's what they're trying to do, and he's really supposed to be like the sole Lion King, but you got the falsehoods, and that's what's, you know what I'm saying, like Scar family is, and whoever those white lions were and stuff like that. No.
They really do. Look, I know people got mad when they found out that Lion King was a kind of like stole their story from Kimba the White Lion, but are they trying to?
They really trying to hammer it in at this point.
Yeah.
The white lions were bad. Like, so y'all saying that where y'all took the story from is horrible, but you took the story verbatim.
Yeah, verbatim.
Yeah, that just made me mad, man.
I'm not.
Like, that
supporting
pissed me off. Like, there ain't no way in the world.
That.
Y'all just made Mufasa the bad guy.
Like, I will not go watch. I will not go to the theater and watch that, because I watched the Lion King live action just so I could show my support, and I was upset watching that, because I'm like, the '94 cartoon is way better than that.
Yeah,
way better. So I'm sitting here like, there ain't no way in the world I'm going to watch it, especially after watching that trailer. No, I'm not doing this now.
Like, y'all didn't just completely disrespect the character.
Yeah.
Y'all disrespected us as kids. Y'all
disrespected us. They flushed my childhood down the toilet. Like,
yeah, like nah, I want to fight somebody at Disney now.
Yes.
So, speaking of a legacy, let's see. All right, the next one I wanted to discuss real quick is one of my favorites. Like,
yeah, and I'm gonna need some help up here. So, let it breathe.
Could you be quiet?
Yeah. I'm gonna need some help up here to be ready to go crazy for Kevin Flynn himself, Jack
Tonight, I get to help introduce Tron Airy. Man, it's real.
So real quick, he had during COVID, he had strokes and stuff. That's why he's talking.
Yeah.
Really unbelievable to think we made the original in 1982.
Wow.
I think Steve Misberger, the creator of the Tron world, is out there. 40 years, Steve.
Wow.
Over 40 years. And it's amazing to we never thought that it would have this legacy, it's continued on all these years. And here we are, and what a beautiful time to bring this movie back. Technology and AI, especially, is been omnipresent in all of our lives. And what a perfect time to revisit this amazing world. I should say more appropriately, to have this amazing world visit us. Yes. That's what happens in our movie. And I mentioned being a part of this legacy.
He's in it.
Kevin Flynn was wonderful, but I'm just a small part of this. I've got some other wonderful folks here to introduce to you tonight. Yvette, would you help me out here?
Oh, I'll do anything for you, Jeff Bridges. All right, D23 fans, put your hands together for the cast of Tron Ares, Greta Lee and Evan Peters. Yes! And Ares himself, Jared Leto!
D23, how you feeling out there?
All of you recently filming and very details about the film so far. But since it's D23, and we have the best fans in the world right here, why don't each of you tell us what you can about your characters without going to Disney jail, okay? Evan, you first.
I play Julian Dillinger.
All right, that's as much as we gonna watch right now. They kind of go on and on and on. So, what do you think about we having a Tron 3? Did y'all watch Tron 2?
I didn't watch the second one.
I did when it came out, but I only watched it once. I'll be completely honest. I wasn't the biggest Tron fan, so
I mean, I liked the first movie, and I did watch the animated series that they did because that was decent.
Yeah,
but as far as I remember, his character died. Like, why is he coming back?
Yeah,
again.
like,
I get that they're programs, but
Yeah.
a program can be erased completely.
yeah, you don't have to keep bringing people back. You don't have to.
I don't think they bringing him back. Did it? Is he a part of it?
Unless they're doing like they did off the animated series where there were two of them, but they were polar opposites, and he's playing the role of the one that was actually the good guy.
Yeah, I mean, they
But
could probably do that.
then that role would be minor. Like he said, he would be in there much. But if they're making him be the overlord like he was, yeah, they don't need him unless they're doing like a flashback. But we don't know nothing yet.
He killed. Well, all right. So on the second joint, right, which is Legacy, he killed Clue, which is the copy of himself.
Yeah.
Then he killed himself, trying to stop Clue.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yeah, it
how
should
is
be
he
over.
back? That's why I was like, how is he back?
Because
Maybe they're doing flashbacks.
Well, yeah, no. I think they just brought him out. I don't know if they necessarily saying he's a part of it. I don't think. I didn't.
I hope not.
I think just because he was part of the first one and the second one, and he's the main character pretty much. They just kind of brought him out to say stuff. Plus, on top of that, he can barely talk. So I doubt they will have him in there. If they do, it's gonna be like some kind of quick little backup, how to stop Ares type stuff. But Ares is actually a bio. Like, I feel like he's supposed to be a bio program made in the computer by itself, similar to the girl that was saved at the end. Like, she was made by the computer itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even a program, it's actual life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Ares is like the negative part of that.
The opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah. So, if
Perfect casting though.
Yeah.
Jared Leto can be terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how this would turn out, but definitely they're bringing it to the world because that's what happened on the last one. They brought that girl from the computer inside the world, the real world, and she's real now. She's a real girl. Yeah. So this will be very interesting. I'm excited. I'm a big Tron fan, as you can tell. I get into the lore of everything, so I'm definitely excited for it. Moving right along real quick, we have a few more discussions points, but we'll watch this trailer. I hate these ads, bro. All right.
We'll gotta get that money somewhere.
Yeah, true.
You're a clan of two, a Mandalorian and a child of destiny. Your story is far from over. This is the way.
We're bounty hunters by trade. Now that he's with me, I'll be selective about my assignments.
Good luck.
With Mandalore under my control, the Outer Rim becomes an Imperial fist.
If we don't stand together, we will be crushed.
This is not just a fight for Mandalore. The galaxy needs us now more than ever.
But Once a rebel, always a rebel.
This is the way.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if that's the actual trailer, but I feel like it is. Because I want to say I saw Star Wars Theory. But what do y'all think about a Grogu and Mandalorian?
Are they gonna have everybody from all the other shows in there too? Because
It looked like it.
Actually, yeah. Because they did say Thrawn was coming back in a live action movie.
Thrawn, I understand why Thrawn would be there. I understand that. But are they trying to do a new Mandalorian war?
I hope not.
That's what it looked like. It looks like they're fighting for the planet Mandalore.
But that's the whole point. Mandalore got glass. There's nothing on it.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah.
It completely should be because because even in the main continuity, it should have been done.
Yeah, it's done.
So what are they?
That's why they're bounty hunters. So what are you fighting over?
Honestly,
and they destroyed the Darksaber in
you remember
in Mandalorian season 3, they destroyed the Darksaber, so that ain't there no more.
Honestly, I feel like those underground caves have something to do with it.
Okay.
On season 2. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's still something there in Mandalorians. Probably because you remember
the armor.
Yeah. Well, no. Din Djarin, he went back and he was like, "Yeah, I went there. I was there. There's still some Mandalorians there, like some still living there."
Yeah.
So, in a sense, maybe they're trying to like just, I don't know, maybe reclaim something, reclaim it there. I don't know how they're going to try to, do that, if that is the storyline. But yeah, honestly, I don't know where they would go with this, with Grogu being with
that
him
young,
and they're going into a war. I would want them to kind of make a adventure.
They're trying to lone wolf and cub this.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do, and I'm like, I don't think you.
What they should have done is give you a little bit of a time skip and have Grogu grow up a little bit, maybe not extensively, but at least enough
to where he's not a baby.
Yeah. like just a little bit.
Yeah. Where he can kind of say some words a little bit, like he can kind of talk just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
Because look, we all know why Grogu is around. It's the cash cow. It's for selling plushies. We know
Grogu is the Pikachu right now. Star Wars.
Yeah,
so I mean, but this don't like. Okay, at this point, you're gonna bring a baby into a war. That's not gonna. No. And you're not gonna leave him out the movie.
Yeah.
You're just not.
No.
So
it's interesting that they're making a movie as well, and they had that season 2 of what's the name of Ahsoka that they're trying to
do
green light and stuff. So it's like it'll be interesting to see how those tie in, because I'm pretty sure they do tie into each other. I don't know if they were even saying, we're not going to make another season of Mandalorian. We're just going to focus on this. And
that actually makes sense.
Yeah, I thought they were going to like get done with all the series and then make this movie. I didn't think they were making it so quick.
The other thing too, you got to remember, Bob Iger did slash a lot of that stuff, so maybe they slashed some of those stories, and that's the only way they can do it is now just do the movie.
Yeah,
which is probably why they just moving ahead with it instead of like, because I know they still want to do Ahsoka season 2, but because in the timeline this is after Return of the Jedi, so in the, if I'm not mistaken, in the expanded, then because don't Luke take out Thrawn in the expanded? Luke takes out Thrawn, right?
Probably, but at this point, if they're
I
not
can't
using
remember.
that, it wouldn't make a difference.
Oh, because he's not.
Yeah, he did. He did. No, wait. Did no. I don't think Luke took him out.
Was it his daughter that did it? Somebody takes Thrawn out. Man, I got a little.
No, it was wasn't it Jason?
You know, I think
Jason
it
Solo.
was Jason. Yeah, I think it was. I think that was him.
Who doesn't exist in the current continuity now?
Yeah.
Because that's right. Because I had that book. I actually had that book. Because that's when he was separated from his grasp of the Force, and I don't remember the character's name, but she was training him to use the Force without actually using the Force.
Yeah.
And then when he finally got it back, then I think his best friend ended up dying so he could escape.
Yeah.
I don't have the book anymore, but I remember vague details from it because I remember him being separated from his sister.
Yeah.
And then he lost his contact he lost his grasp of the Force, and he was stuck struggling, like he could feel a hole in his chest because he couldn't feel the Force.
Yeah.
So
that's why I got so mad when Kathleen Kennedy was like, "We're not using the expanded universe." I'm like, why?
Well, you got rid of Jason Solo to make a character to replace him that doesn't fit what he did.
Yeah.
So, it's like, I mean, Kylo Ren could have just been somebody completely separate. Didn't have to be related to the Skywalkers at all. But hey.
At all.
Yeah.
But
so Marvel also announced they were doing the Daredevil Born Again, Ironheart. They showed the Agatha All Along trailer again.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about that? The Agatha.
Agatha, it can work, but I don't know how they, because they changed the character so much from what her character is in the comics. I don't know how this is gonna work. And also, you don't have Wanda, because technically they still trying to say she's dead. I'm like, okay. So
it's crazy. Even at the end of that movie, I still didn't believe that she was dead. I just thought maybe she just she went off to the side somewhere.
Because they did it just like the one of the endings of House of M, where she was on a Wondergore and she gets crushed, but she don't get crushed. So I'm like, that ain't enough to kill her. Dropping a mountain on her ain't enough to kill her. Not like that.
No.
Like, that's not enough. You gonna need, like, Omega level mutant style to straight up murk her.
And even that don't necessarily mean she's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus she's tied into chaos magic, so she can always come back.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, I don't. And Agatha is kind of like that too. So that's why I was like, I don't.
Agatha is like a weaker, older version of Wanda.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't understand why they do it. Look, the lady that played her, I think it's what's her name? She did a good job, but I don't know why they would do this story.
Yeah, true. I mean, unless you're building up the Young Avengers.
Yeah. Which that's another thing that they said they cut.
Right.
So yeah, this is
like
she wouldn't work with the Young Avengers anyway. It wouldn't work well with her.
No. It would work well if she was the bad, but
they've already made her.
Yeah.
They've already made her the good guy. So like, unless you want to revert her.
What if they use this series to which technically in the comic book she's like a little in between good guy bad guys type situation.
She has her own.
She's anti-hero.
Yeah, she's
pretty much.
Yeah. But like, what if they make this one of those situations where they use her to resurrect Wanda? And
I can see that.
That could make sense if that's the route they're going. That could make sense.
Or they use her in a bigger scheme of like bringing certain characters. I was thinking even along the lines of the Midnight Suns, but they're cutting all that type of stuff. But
yeah, they're cutting that.
I can see her having something to do with Moon Knight. Something happening with Moon Knight. I forgot how that series ended. I believe Moon Knight is the
He's
other
back.
dude now is the,
he's
the third personality.
Yeah,
right?
he's the crazy dude. He's Jack.
Yeah. So
he's actually Jack now. So that's going boy. Whew, y'all don't know.
Crazy. Yeah. That's gonna be crazy.
It's weird that it feels like they treat Moon Knight like Doctor Who. he dies and comes back as a different version of himself.
Right. Yeah.
Like all those personalities are supposed to be in his head working together. Like,
well, define work together, because sometimes they do, sometimes they just hate each other, which is actually hilarious.
No, the more recent comics they squabble, squabble, but they still work together. They all work for a common purpose.
Yeah.
They will bicker and trash talk each other into oblivion, but they'll still work together.
All right, so of course, San Diego Comic-Con was the week before this D23 or 2 weeks before, and of course they gave us the big reveal. Which, if y'all haven't, that's watching this right now, please check out the last live VitoVerse. We did a game out of this whole situation of Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU as sort of Doctor Doom. Like they said during D20 or San Diego Comic-Con that he's Victor Von Doom, but then there's something else saying that he's not. He's actually Tony Stark that becomes Doctor Doom somehow, or whatever like that. Is
based off the comic where Doom swapped their minds.
Yeah,
right.
It's the Superior run.
So we had
Superior run was when Iron Man died and Doctor Doom replaced him. No, there's a what if scenario where he swaps their minds in their bodies, like what Dr. Octopus did between himself and Peter.
I thought they were doing Superior run because the Superior run wasn't all that good.
Yeah, no, they're basically going, because more than likely Doom is going to be sporting the Iron Man colors, which would be Tony in Doom's body. Because if I remember that story correctly, Doom swapped their minds because Tony had everything that he wanted, and he took over Stark Industries, and Tony went back to Latveria and ended up making it basically a paradise, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Doom arrogant behind didn't like that.
Nah, he didn't. He didn't. Then he wanted to swap bodies back with Tony, and Tony's like, "Well, I'm already good. Why would I want to take that reputation now?" Like, nah, you didn't made everything horrible for that identity. You think I want to be that? Nah, I'm good. I'm good being Doom.
You got it, bro. You got it.
I can be Victor. I can be Victor Von Doom. I did great by myself.
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
If I remember right, in that story, Doom erased Tony's memory of the switch happening. And then Tony went on to do all this great stuff in Latveria. I was like, this man gets jealous. He was keeping tabs on this man. Ended up still getting jealous. Like, how you get jealous of him before and then get jealous of him after you took everything away?
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I think a lot of people having a problem with it is because of how this went down.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like.
100%. It's the fact that they took, you know what I'm saying, Jonathan Majors and Kang out and replaced it like that. Like that's why people have a problem with it.
Somehow I get the feeling they wanted to do that anyway.
Yeah, because
it just happened too fast.
Especially with the truth coming out about that whole situation.
Knowing that he ain't do nothing wrong, he was just protecting himself.
So and they did that anyway. I'm like, okay, y'all just. And you couldn't find a way to get rid of him because he actually did the character justice. So, yeah, okay.
Which I was very interested. I mean, I know he's a different, iteration of Kane. I was very interested to see how they were going to do this, introducing the Fantastic Four, and you got to explain his granddaddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was good.
This man looks so dark. This man is white. How that, you know what I'm saying?
Look. We just gonna say Franklin. He was with the swirl. Franklin was with the swirl. That's how we was gonna say it.
Technically, Franklin's a mutant, so
Franklin was with the swirl. He found him. He found himself a girl of chocolate flavor.
He went to Wakanda right after
I mean,
right
look,
after Bucky.
Reed
Right.
Richards was real close with T'Challa anyway, so it is not out of it's not out of the realm of possibility.
You want to know so funny because people get mad, but there is a comic where T'Challa almost Susan.
Oh yeah.
Before they got married.
But that was before. That was before
they
he
got
got
married.
close. That was before he got close to Reed.
That was funny though. It was funny though.
Let's put that out there. T'Challa wasn't trying to break up relationships.
He wasn't, but
this was before then.
And it wasn't him. She was the one that was instigating. She was offering. She was offering.
She was.
That was before Reed locked it down.
Yeah, Reed was effing up.
Oh yeah, true.
Reed was effing up in that story. I'm like, bro, you stupid. You stupid. You stupid. So you deserve everything about to happen to you, bro.
But yeah, so it's been reported. There's more reports out there too. So if anybody's interested in seeing what they're gonna do with Tony or Robert Downey Jr., definitely look into it. They're using some of their comic books, some of the their own continuity on what they're gonna do with him. But we discussed that last week. And there was a what if shown during D23 that was very. I'm trying to find it and I cannot find. I don't know why it disappeared.
Well,
but I've been trying.
I think season 3 is supposed to be the last season. I think that's coming this year. Yeah. So I think they're taking it down.
There was something. Oh wow, Moon Knight. There was something shown on here that me and Sandstorm definitely was like, oh snap. What is that? But it was Captain America, Sam Wilson, and Monica Rambeau. They were in the same shot or something like that, and it showed them. I guess they have mechs, and one mech looked exactly like a real Gundam, and that was Captain America's Gundam. So I've been trying to find that, and I was like, what is that?
There is a comic where all of the Avengers have Gundam style mechs. Tony made them. Yeah, because they were fighting. Well, there's one story where they're fighting kaijus, and there's another story. I forgot why they were doing it. It was probably aliens or something. But yeah, he made them all Gundam style mechs, and yes, Captain America and T'Challa's mechs are just basically Gundams. They're just basically Gundams. That's pretty much what they look like. Like, because T'Challa's look like Deathscythe a little bit, to be honest. Captain America's look like Wing Zero.
Yeah. And I think that's, man, I'm trying to find this picture because me and Saz were going crazy. Like, what? No, whoa, what?
Yeah, that was a comic. That was a couple comics, actually.
So I guess they're actually going to put this in a what if I'm not mistaken.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No, it wouldn't.
Because I definitely got to see this again. Because that definitely had me like, oh my God. Not the Gundams. And the first thing I was thinking of was Gundam, G Gundam. Like, what if they do it like that? And they
with the burning, with the
shining finger.
Shining finger.
That's still a funny name.
Somebody, they just have to have one. They got to have one Hydra person yell, "It's a Gundam!" You know, got to yell that.
If they do, they go on the copyright infringement.
Well,
first thing's gonna happen: copyright infringement.
Or it's the Avengers, but you know what I mean.
Let me see. No, they got. Okay, no, that's not it. So now I'm on Marvel Studios stuff because I couldn't find it on the Disney joint, which that's the original place I saw it was on Disney itself's Twitter. It seemed they took it down. Okay, so yeah, no, they took it down. But anyway, they also talked about the Fantastic Four First Steps. How that's coming. They have that I said Ironheart already. Of course, they talked about the Eyes of Wakanda. Jay, tell me what did you hear about that?
first I heard it's supposed to be in a full. First it's supposed to be in 2 series first.
Yeah.
But then they dropped one. Then it went from being a full 8-episode series to now it's only supposed to be 4. So I don't know what they're doing. Because there was the first time they said they were going to do Eyes of Wakanda, it was supposed to be in a series focused on Adora, and it's supposed to be in a series focused on the royal family. That was before Chadwick Boseman died and all that happened. So the last I heard that it was supposed to, instead of doing 2 shows, it was going to be 1, but it was supposed to be a full 8-episode series. But then apparently last week it came out, and I don't know if this is true or not, but now that got cut down and it's only a 4-episode series. So I have no idea what they're doing. I don't know. I don't like at this point. Don't even do the show. Just don't.
Just leave it alone.
Put that effort into like if I don't even think they're doing a 3rd movie. I don't know. So you can put that effort and resources somewhere else.
Did Ryan? I believe I saw Ryan actually come out. Ryan Coogler. He actually came out to talk about it. I'm not sure exactly what he said, but I did see him step out. Blade is partially canceled right now. So
partially, yeah.
They're with their 6th writer on this project. It's just they're thinking about just go ahead and scrapping it. They canceled the Eternals.
Just do Midnight Suns. Just do Midnight Suns.
Exactly. Like skip all the crazy stuff that y'all was trying to do. I know they were trying to do. Especially at the end of Eternals 1. But they're scrapping Eternals. They should do the Midnight Suns. I need Midnight Suns. I mean, y'all have Moon Knight. Y'all have.
You already got a Ghost Rider because you got Robbie Reyes.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And then of course Deadpool gave us a lot of opportunity where y'all could bring some of these guys in. Yeah. But do Midnight Suns like that's just drop it on us.
Yeah.
Then do a Blade movie. Actually, I think that would be more appropriate.
Yeah. Because Midnight Suns you could do a whole range of supernatural stuff because they still have the guy who did the Werewolf by Night one shot. You can bring him in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can bring him in, and I'm like, and that was bloody as all hell.
Is the New Mutants? Are they still main continuity? Are they considered that canon?
They don't consider that canon, dude. They didn't want to put that movie out, dude. They did not consider that canon. And I don't know what they're doing with X-Men because X-Men was supposed to come out originally the first of next year.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't know when that's coming. That's not even on the board.
Yeah, they didn't even say no type of announcement.
Because it was supposed to come out before Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
That's what was supposed to happen. Yeah. So I don't know what Kevin Feige them doing because apparently after Iger came back, their movies are cut down. They only doing 2 movies a year. So they're not doing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, which is fine because I don't think they should have been doing 3 movies a year anyway.
Yeah,
just do one in the beginning of the year, one at the end. Yeah. I mean, that's what I would do, but yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get into our last trailer. I don't know if this had controversy or not. I know I saw it and I was like, oh snap. But I really don't have an opinion on this yet. So I really want to watch this real quick and give my thoughts. Same with you guys. I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh God.
Baby? Was that
no.
So whistle while you work. Whistle while you work.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
So what is Click Up?
I know that's the theme music, but that was a little creepy.
I hope Yin Yang Twins are getting paid.
Go ahead and get it started.
I hope Yin Yang Twins are getting paid.
Well, I already have a not so great opinion of this movie coming because of the context of how Snow White enters the Seven Dwarfs' house. Because I've already seen that shown in comparison to the original, original that Disney put out. Like originally, Snow White came in, offered to help clean up and be a good house guest because she needed to stay there to hide. This one, they basically have her breaking and entering and then putting the doors into slave labor and working for her. It was like, hold on, like.
Have y'all not heard Rachel Zegler talk about this character? Because that's why everybody was like out of sorts.
It was like you came in, you broke. Well, firstly, you broke into their house.
Yeah.
And then you gonna force them to clean up? You ain't even gonna help. You gonna force them to clean up. Like they try to present it nicely, but you break into their house and then tell them what to do.
Nah.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but like where I live, I don't think anybody can just break into my house and tell me what to do, and I ain't got the right to beat all the snot out of them.
Right.
Like so, how you just gonna roll up in this house with these 7 short dudes? One, you just breaking and entering? Like, in the original story, didn't they find her before she entered the house?
Found her. Yeah, they found her.
So in this story, she breaks in. Oh, like y'all just flipped everything.
Well,
so weird reason.
Well, no, it's not a weird reason because the writer and the main actress, they I think it was a year and a half ago when because remember this one came out this year. Yeah. She was basically saying that this Snow White is strong and independent and all that stuff, and I'm like, bro, you're not helping.
You can have strength and independence and still be kind and treat people well.
But that's the whole, and that's why a lot of people were upset because they were saying the same thing you saying. They're like, "Did you not watch? Well, she's not a damsel in distress." Like, okay, but you don't have to be. The way you're talking about it is not even close to a good person, and Snow White is a good person.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, supposed to be. The person who's supposed to be evil is Gal Gadot. Because when she said who's the fairest one of all, clearly you, because we seen Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Clearly you.
You is.
I'm like, at this point, you just justifying the reason that people gonna be like, man, she need to eat that apple.
Yeah. Hey, you want me to give it to her?
I'll hand it to her. She gonna eat the whole thing. Like, I'll make sure she eat the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like,
how you gonna roll up in somebody else's house uninvited and then tell them what to start doing and start cooking and cleaning? Like, no.
So what they're saying is independence equals to rudeness.
No, and it shouldn't. You can be intelligent, strong, independent, and still be nice, courteous, and understanding. Those are not mutually exclusive things.
I don't think you understand. She's a strong, independent woman. Don't need no man.
But she's living in the house with 7 men that she needs to be able to escape from the
all,
person that's trying to murder her.
First of all, they're not 7 Chads. They're 7
Simps.
They're 7 Simps.
So Snow White and 7 Simps.
So she can treat them any kind of way she wants to. Because she's a strong, independent woman. She has elevated herself. She don't even need nobody.
You know what I don't like?
But she under their roof. She needs somebody.
Well, she don't. She's a strong, independent woman. I'd have told you.
Did she
don't
be
need
out in
no
the
man.
woods? Look, if it's me, she gonna be out in the woods fending for herself. I don't give a daggone how many animals she bring in, but Bambi gonna be cooked that night too.
The first thing about it was at the end of the trailer. The end of the trailer, they got Bambi looking like a demon from Demon Slayer. I was like,
why you got glowing red eyes?
I'm like, is Tanjiro about to show up?
I mean, we know it's not really Bambi for anybody listening, but still,
we know that. Yeah.
It's a deer that popped up with glowing red
eyes.
eyes.
Like that is Bambi, because they are gonna make a live action of that.
They don't need to do.
That's
the one they don't need to do.
They don't need to touch that at
because,
all.
Look, if you couldn't handle the cartoon, what you think gonna happen when you check a live action?
And how y'all gonna deal with Thumper? How y'all gonna deal with Thumper? Him tapping his foot whenever he see a girl bunny.
Yeah. Because that whole sequence when everybody get booed up. When they teenagers, essentially they teenagers and everybody get booed up. And that whole sequence, while funny in animation, you do that now. The way how sensitive people are now,
it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, nah. It's gonna be a little odd. Strange.
It was odd in damn Lion King when that live action Lion King. I'm like,
yeah.
And they still don't want to tell everybody that Simba and Nala are actually brother and sister.
Wait.
Technically,
Mufasa is both their daddy.
Yeah.
They don't mention.
There's only one man in the pride. There's only one male in the pride.
Yeah.
Which makes Scar an outlier. But but it was like okay, we don't see no other male lion, and we see two female lioness. One is Simba's mama. One is Nala's mama.
Well,
we know that Simba is Mufasa's son.
Yeah, because that's
who Nala daddy.
Yeah.
It could have been Scar on the low.
It wasn't.
That was a cousin James.
That's why they had a whole separate movie and series that showed off that Scar had a whole separate set of family.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's what that was James. James was Nala's daddy. That wasn't, that was James.
That wasn't Mufasa. That was Fasa.
That was Fasa. Yeah,
Fasa was a father.
That was Fasa James Mims the third.
What's going on, Jay, man? How you doing today, man? Thank you for stopping by. And we are actually, we like 2 minutes, almost 3 hours. All right, yeah. Thank you for stopping by, man. Definitely, I don't know how to feel about this Snow White live action. I'm not too keen to a lot of live action they've been doing. I didn't like the Beauty and the Beast. The Peter Pan was a little cringe.
Weird. That was weird.
It ain't gonna work.
What else? They live action down here. We already talked about Lion King was all jacked up.
Aladdin was all right, but you can't.
Aladdin was strong.
But you can't. The problem with Aladdin was Robin Williams, man. He nailed Genie. And I like Will, but
I don't think that was a suit for him.
Yeah, it wasn't. To me, it would have came up because the whole thing about him recording so many lines that they could actually use lines that they still have recorded. I'm like, just CG Genie and use his lines.
Yeah.
Because he had already recorded them, and that ain't AI. He had already recorded them. So it's not like they couldn't have did that. That's what probably I would have did.
Well, that depends on if they could have got permission to do it. Now, I don't know if his daughter was going to get permission for that.
Yeah, we don't know. Right. That's true. That is true. Because Zelda and Cody, they have they
got control of his estate. So I don't know if they were going to get permission for that.
But I don't think that would have been like it wouldn't have hurt to ask though.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't, or then maybe Disney didn't want to pay him for it.
Yeah,
that could also been it.
Yeah.
We know Disney some shysters.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how much Robin was so much in Disney, though. Like, think about it.
He was in a lot of stuff with
like
Disney.
Hook. Was that a Disney movie? Hook?
That was. I think that
I
was.
I want to say it was.
That was. I think Flubber was.
Flubber was.
Yeah, he did a lot of Disney stuff.
He did the voice joints up in that. Was Jumanji?
I don't think Jumanji
wasn't.
No. Okay.
But there was a couple other ones that were, and then he came back for the third Aladdin movie, which was like straight DVD, King of Thieves. He came back for that one.
Okay.
Because he did the first. He did the first one. He didn't do the second one or the TV show, but he did come back for King of Thieves.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, he's definitely gonna be well missed. He's definitely Genie. I like you said, I love Will, but
Just but like the other live action movies have just not been good. The only two I've liked is Jungle Book. Yeah, Jungle Book and Aladdin. Yeah, because Jungle Book had Idris Elba and Shere Khan, and I'm sitting up here like, this is Idris Elba from this Stringer Bell. This is Stringer Bell. Because when he showed up to the waterhole, like, you gave it a name. I'm like, oh snap! Like, yeah, gangster. Oh snap! Like, Shere Khan about to kill all y'all. Like, at the waterhole where everybody else supposed to have peace, he about to murder all y'all. This is The Wire season 2.
Game over.
Yeah. So, but that will do it for this week's VitoVerse, guys. We are so glad that our special guest here were able to stop by. No Sandstorm. He was definitely like, yo, hit up Jay, hit up Andre, you know what I'm saying? See if they can help. See if they can get on. I can't get on, but see if they can. So I'm glad you guys showed up, man, and contribute to this D3 or D23 conversation, man. It was a joy, and we got to have you come back some more. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to have you more on here. We're actually making another channel. I don't know if we told you guys. Noto, our other co-host, we're making a Nunami. It's going to be dealing with all anime. That's why we call it Nunami.
Okay.
Playoff.
I had to see about that one.
Yeah. So we're making that. We're still like he's in the process of moving, and we're trying to find a day we can actually have that going on and stuff like that. So definitely stay tuned for that, and we'll definitely love to have y'all on to that one. Noto's definitely a guru when it comes down to anime. So it's gonna be an interesting channel. But before we get up out of here, we got anything that you guys want to pimp out or let the people know about?
Winging the Podcast Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Chat will be open.
Yep. All right.
I mean, on my channel, you'll just find a bunch of random pettiness and talking about things that have been happening. Latest discussion videos about the whole Mr. Beast thing. Not going too deep into detail, but just some of the things I have observed that I think people should be more concerned about, especially for people letting their kids online with people that they don't know just because those people are prominent online. That's something that people got to be considerate of.
That's one of them topics right there. But yeah, so no Sandstorm show tomorrow, no Stormcast tomorrow. We announced that last week. We'll be back previous week or next,
following
week. But yeah, definitely, like you said, y'all on Sundays and Winged It Podcast at 7. I believe Juice is Loose is doing a thing Monday, but Sandstorm will definitely have to confirm that to me. But I will go ahead and say they're on Monday and he will be on, but if not, don't be mad at me. I'm just kind of, just trying to, what I'm saying, just keep the announcements going and stuff. But anyway, we will see you guys not next week, but the week after on our lives. Peace.